minutes of football. 30 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 minutes of football.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Aldo Gandia. The man to your left on your screen is Danikin, and this is his five. What are we calling this? Danikin's five.
Yeah,
I think it's
something like that. Yeah.
30 minutes of football, whatever we call it. It's 30 minutes of pure football talk before Bury Their Souls, and we really start to act stupid and silly and have some fun. Danikin, how are you, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's been a good week so far. I can't complain, you know what I mean? Coming off of a dub, you know what I mean? That's always nice. It's always good. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It is always fun to talk football with you, and you got 5 great points laid out for us. So why don't we get started? Because we're going to spend a lot of time on each of these. The first one is you are out on Zacchaeus. Tell us why. What's going on?
Well, I mean, of course, everybody that watched the game, they saw, you know, the blunders that he made, you know, the several drop passes, touchdowns that he dropped, missed blocking assignments. There was a lot of things that was going on with Zacchaeus' game this past Sunday that I really wasn't happy with. And like I said, it wasn't just the drop balls. Everybody's going to highlight that, the drop balls and things like that. But, you know, we talked about it on Three Kings. We just did a recording of it. And we pointed out that, hey, he missed his blocking assignment. His man was the man that prevented Caleb from rushing for the other touchdown that he almost got, right? Where he went down, I guess, at the 1 or 2 yard line. His man was the man that stopped Caleb from doing that. So it's like, you know, you missed blocking assignments. You weren't focused for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on or whatever, but you know, he's had some good plays. But here's why I'm out though, Aldo. Because I'm fine with having a veteran. Clearly, he's not as talented as Luther Burden, in my opinion, right? He's not as talented. He's not as fast. You know what I mean? Luther Burden can do things that Zacchaeus can't do, in my opinion. But here's my problem, though, with Zacchaeus. I could live with starting the vet and letting the rookie kind of get his feet wet sometime and things like that. But when you're out there making the mistakes that your rookie would possibly be making, why would we continue to let the rookie sit on the bench who is more talented? You might as well throw him out there because it'll be the same situation, but at least you'll have a more talented guy on the football field. So in my opinion, I think Luther Burden deserves more reps at this time. And I'm not just saying that because Zacchaeus was dropping passes or that he missed blocking assignments. I'm saying that because if you look at Luther Burden on the season, when he's targeted as a pass catcher, the quarterback rating is like 136.6. So men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. And when you're producing, you earn more playing time. And when you're not producing, you earn pine time. Straight up.
That certainly was one of the most disappointing performances of the season. OZ, had a fantastic training camp, and he was clearly had won the number 3 wide receiver position primarily because Luther was hurt during preseason and so was slow in getting up to speed on stuff. And there's no doubt about it. I 100% agree with you, Danikin. Luther Burden is going to be a star in the NFL. OZ is a journeyman. But I will give him a little bit of grace because every one of us that's played a game, even in life, sometimes you have a bad day. And the one thing that I am impressed about OZ and listening to him talk is the way he dissects defenses. He knows exactly what is going on in the football field. Maybe the cold weather. I don't know what it was, but he had a bad game. But I'm all for Burden getting more snaps and OZ getting less snaps, lesser, whatever is the proper way to say that in English. And, also with Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet, you want to see more 12 formations, the 2 tight ends on the field. And so that's going to cost somebody some snaps. And it should not be Luther Burden. And OZ right now is probably the prime candidate. So I hear what you're saying, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, tell everybody about Three Kings. You said you dropped a new episode last night?
It didn't drop yet. We recorded actually tonight. We did a little while ago.
Oh.
So it'll be dropping later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. So yeah, Three Kings of the Midway. New episode will be coming out pretty soon. Myself, Roy, Devori. We talked about, Devori and his tweet that got magnified or Kyle Brandt mentioned it on NFL Network the other day because it was funny because he was like, "Oh, the game is over," and he had given up after we were down by 2
Yep.
with a couple of minutes to go or whatever. So, that was mentioned, and then of course Roy, he was on Adam Rink's podcast yesterday, I believe. So yeah,
nice.
We didn't get to record yesterday, so we went ahead and recorded today though.
There you go. So you can get the double dose of Danikin after this show. Listen to Three Kings. It might drop later tonight or first thing in the morning. A lot of people are with you. J2K is saying Burden might be the best wide receiver we have. I think he is or will be. Mr. Mack, I agree. Burden definitely should get more snaps and PZ. But can we trust Luther Burden III in off-the-ball situations? What do you think, Danikin?
I mean, it's a difficult thing. You know what I mean? You don't know until you see him out there doing it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest thing. Did we trust Colston Loveland? But the last 2 weeks, he's had outstanding, and we're going to get to that point too here in a minute. But he's had situations where now you trust him. Now you know he's a big-time player. So we'll get to that. But we don't know until we throw him out there. We know now that can Zacchaeus be trusted?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
not 100%. Not 100%. I like Zacchaeus, and I was on board with starting him and so on and so forth, and letting the rookie learn his way. But at this point in time, and everybody, I get what you're saying. Although everybody has a bad game, you go out there, you might go 3 for 16 shooting on the basketball court one day. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that's the type of player you are forever. Right. I know that. But, at this point in time in the season, man, the drops that he had and the lack of focus that he had, in my opinion, was kind of egregious.
Well, and I take your word that he missed blocks and so forth. So that alone is reason why Burden should probably get more snaps. The one thing that I've noticed all year long from Luther Burden is that he is a willing blocker. I mean, he's not that he's small, but you hate to kind of see your smaller wide receivers take on blocking, but Burden does it with gusto, and so that's a good thing. All right, you mentioned Colston Loveland. Let's go on to point number 2, and that is Loveland flashing in crunch time. Yeah. Give us your sermon.
Yeah. When you look at what Colston Loveland has done, in the last couple of weeks, I mean, this big play after big play after big play. Whether it be blocking assignments, whether it be catching the ball, getting open, making himself available to Caleb, and creating that trust. Caleb got trust in him now. You can see that on the football field. So, that's a good thing to see, man. And you knew he was talented. You knew what guys can do. You knew his potential there. But when you see the potential actually happening on the football field, now get on board. Now people can say, okay, yeah, I trust the guy. Like, let's get him some more snaps. Let's get him more snaps. Let's get him more balls. Because that type of play is hard to come by in the NFL, right? That type of talent, that type of play, and then to be able to do it. The ball that he caught, right, where Caleb scrambled to the left, he threw the ball. It was a little bit behind Colston. He jumped, twisted backwards, caught that ball. Awesome. And, I mean, it was a great catch. It was a hands catch. So he's strong hands, right? So he's got strong hands, and it's not like a body catch. So it's a strong catch. You like to see that, man. When you see that, guys making plays like that, that's not by accident. That's because you put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the effort to get on that page and do those things. So, you got to give him his credit, man. And for him to flash in those moments means that, hey, we got something here. We got something big with Colston Loveland.
One of the things about having so many weapons is that players who on other teams would be the center of the offense. Like, for instance, if Loveland was over with the Colts, he would be he would be getting the same amount of targets or more that Warren is doing. And so, I would prefer to have more weapons than not. But there is that one thing is that when you have a lot of weapons, it's very difficult to feature somebody who deserves to be featured. And Colston Loveland, if he's not now somebody who deserves to be featured, he will be very, very soon. I think
absolutely
he already is.
Absolutely.
What do you think about his blocking?
I think his blocking is really good too. I really do. I think he puts in work. He puts in effort to do it. He's bigger than what people think he is, right? Like he's solid. He's not a frail guy. He's not skinny. You know what I mean? Yep. But he's built. He's strong. He's tall. And he's not afraid to get physical. That's what you need. A lot of times blocking is more about not being afraid to be physical, right? Guys get out there and some guys don't like to block. They may have the ability to do so, but they don't have the mentality to do it. You got to have a mentality to block. You got to have that. You don't have that fear factor, right? When it's going in there, oh, somebody's going to push me down or manhandle me. No, you got to go in there and you got to not mind getting your nose dirty. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And clearly he doesn't have a problem doing that at all. So I like that.
Well, and I think it's one thing that this team has been coached into doing, especially the wide receivers coach, tight ends coaches. They tell their guys, you got to block. And Ben Johnson started it, no block, no rock. And so everyone has, by how they've demonstrated in their play, everybody has embraced that philosophy. I got a couple of comments here regarding Loveland. Mr. Mack for the win says, Loveland definitely has been a surprise. My boy Komet not getting targets kind of hurt, but he's been blocking his ass off, though. Yeah, Komet has been blocking really well, probably better than ever.
Yeah. Komet's been doing this thing too. And Komet's made some good plays. Even when he's got the opportunities, he made some nice plays and some nice catches as well. Like you said, though, it's just so many weapons out there, man. It's hard for a guy to shine every single week. You're going to see guys that step up, guys will fall down, they'll step up. You know what I mean? But that's the type of offense you have. But that's what we wanted, right? As Bears fans, that's what we wanted. So you can't get down on guys that are real bad out there, or not bad, but are not putting up numbers that you would want them to put up every single day.
J2K adds, I think this is the time of the year that a rookie should know, given the increase of snaps. I think Ben is trusting him more and more. Yeah, and Ben has said that. We're going to be playing our best football in December, but November is that month where guys are going to start demonstrating that they get it and they're playing hard and so forth. So that's pretty cool. Let us move on to point number 3. Where is it? There it is. It says, what more can be said about that RT? Of course, Darnell Wright. He has been kicking some ass. Take it away.
Man, I mean, every single week, man, he's moving furniture. He's throwing people around. He's doing things. I mean, you see viral videos of him every single week at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, the play where, on the play where Caleb threw the ball to Cole for that 20-yard catch in the first down that extended the drive and set us up to get that touchdown. Major play. Once again, you got play from the quarterback, you got play from the tight end. These are not by accident. Darnell Wright, that's against Brian Burns. That's a guy that got 11 sacks. He's a $100 million defensive end. He pulled a spin move, and Darnell Wright was like, no, what do you think you're doing? You know what I mean? And just knocked him to the ground, like straight to the ground. The safety, there's a viral video of the safety. It's not just 1 or 2 plays a game. This is all the time that he's doing this. This dude is an all-pro. He's going to be a perennial Pro Bowler. And he's putting up, I mean, Like my man just said, doing 326-pound man doing cartwheels is crazy. Hey,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. I mean, this guy is really, really talented. And I love to see it because, like I said, it's not by accident. This guy is physical.
Mhm.
That's just the way he plays football. But he plays it. He plays it at a very high level right now. He's knocking people down. The safety, I think it was number 27, came running in. He pushed him down, did him the same way he did Brian Burns. You love seeing that, man, because we don't get to see that in Chicago that often, right? We've seen
Been a
our
while.
offensive linemen get pushed around a little bit. So when you got a physical guy, we had Tevin Jenkins. He was physical. I loved his style of play, but he just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Darnell Wright seems to be staying healthy right now, and he seems to be, that physical type of guy that you want to see out there.
Knock on wood. Stay healthy, brother.
That's it.
A2K says, although why does Danny Shimon hate Darnell Wright? LOL. And the reason he is saying that is because last night on Buffon 55, Danny broke down some Darnell Wright tape, including that one-handed push where he knocked Burns to the ground with one hand. He looked like a Marvel superhero doing that. But Danny did do a good job of saying that from a technique standpoint, his hands were a little too low at certain points, that his body was just a tick off and getting to a certain spot and so forth. And it's interesting, Brian Baldinger, who does these Baldy breakdowns on Twitter, just look for the hashtag Baldy breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And he evaluated Darnell's play too. He wasn't as critical. He was in fact dismissive. He would say things like, yeah, he has his little hands there, but never mind, he got the job done, know. And Danny wasn't being overly critical. He was just pointing out that in order for him to get to that Penei Sewell type right tackle, there are some technique things that he has to perfect. But you and everyone else that calls him a physical freak, definitely right. This guy, just by being a physical freak, sign him to a 10-year contract because he's going to
sign him up, man. Sign him up. I mean, we're sitting here, and Danny is, he's probably right about some of that stuff, right? Like hand technique or his movement or whatever. You can be right about that, but I'm going to be honest with you. He's top 3 right now, right tackle in the NFL. So if we're nitpicking it, that's a good thing because we're that good. He's that good to where if he gets those things down, what's going to happen at that point? He's top 3. Name me if somebody can out there give me 5 that are better than him right now at the right tackle position. I just don't see it happening.
I hear you. And I just want to thank the Lord. So many people were saying sign McGlinchey as a free agent, he'll be our right tackle. And I was like, no, guys, past his prime. No. And, other things like the whole Russell Wilson. Remember that? Sign Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
That would have been the biggest mistake any GM.
Major mistake. Hey, one other thing. You remember at the beginning of this year, people were talking about move Darnell right inside to guard?
Yes. Well, Danny Shimon has mentioned that, saying that he thinks that would be his best position.
No, I don't think so. I like him at right tackle.
Oh, well, you know what? With that athleticism and his ability to move people out of the way like a giant Mack truck, he's perfect for that right tackle position. We don't need to move him. I like, sometimes you have to move people out of necessity, but if you can, keep a guy at his spot and let him master it, man.
Let him get it. All
right. Speaking of mastering things, point number 4 is Caleb puts to bed negatives about him. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of negative. You had a lot of negative stuff that was out there about Caleb Williams at the beginning of his career, before he got drafted. There were question marks. There were a lot of question marks. Does he perform well in big games, right? You look at the game where he was USC versus Notre Dame and kind of came up flat. And some of these games he kind of, struggled, right? And it was a hard road for him. So you saw the frustration on the sideline. Sometimes people had some negative thoughts about how he handled pressure or how he was reacting to some of the situations that were going on. And now he's putting that stuff to bed, right? You look at it and it's like the team believes in him. Everybody on the sidelines is calm. The defense believes in him. The coach believes in him. The players believe in him. And now it looks like he's kind of embracing this role that he wanted. He wanted it, right? But now it's kind of like, man, okay, we got something here. We got a guy that's he's not going to go into panic mode. We saw panic mode in Detroit last year, right? I haven't seen that this year yet. So you see him stepping in the right direction. He's putting some of that negative thoughts, some of the negative things that were said about him. He's kind of putting some of that to bed, man. He's putting that to rest.
Dan Brown says, Caleb, having to run a lot makes me nervous. It only takes one bad hit. You know what? I highlighted that because who was it? Patrick Finley. And I've got this in the media mashup or somewhere I've got. Patrick Finley asked Caleb about, the fact that he hasn't missed a snap in his entire NFL career. And all of those quarterbacks that were drafted that year have had injury issues. J.J. McCarthy presently has a swollen hand. It might impair him in Sunday's game. Drake May has missed. Yeah, right. Drake May has missed time. We don't have to talk about poor Jaden Daniels, the bad luck that he's had. But Caleb has been healthy, and the fact that Dan Brown and Patrick Finley had brought it up. God, please don't. No, please.
Don't do that to us. Don't do that.
Let's not talk about it all season again, ever. Please.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
Yeah. But, I do think, Danikin, I am of the philosophy when young quarterbacks, if they have ability to use that athleticism to pick up yards, now is the time to do it. Listen, on that touchdown run, he had Zacchaeus wide open. And I'm thinking to myself, he probably thought, no, I better not throw to him. I'm going to take this in.
You dropped your fair share today.
Exactly.
You dropped your fair share. I'm not going that route again.
You were in town during the Jordan years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing. 3, 4, 5 minutes left. Screw that triangle.
I got it. I got this.
You need players like that, especially at the quarterback position. Cliff is saying Soul and hand, that could be bad. Yeah, I hear you, Cliff.
To my man that said that
Dan Brown.
Yeah. About Caleb, him being nervous about it. You got to look at it too. He gets down. He doesn't take unnecessary hits. There are a lot of quarterbacks out there that don't how to get down. Michael Vick was one of them. Yeah. Cam Newton took unnecessary hits. Yeah. Justin Fields, to a certain degree, took unnecessary hits sometimes, right?
Absolutely.
And Caleb has taken some unnecessary hits, but when he gets outside and he runs and he takes off, I see him slide all the time. I see him get out of bounds. I see him slide, right? Now, when he's in the pocket, sometimes when he's dancing around back there, I get nervous because he takes some unnecessary sacks. Or like when he was running on the sideline, he got smacked on the sideline. Not this game, but it was a couple games back. Yeah. That's an unnecessary. It's like just throw the ball away, live to fight another down. You know what I mean? But when he gets outside and he's running down the field, I see him get out of bounds. I see him slide. I'm comfortable with it.
I've got some Caleb Williams sound bites that we're going to play a little later in the show that will add more to this conversation. So that's what we call in the business a tease. And before we move on to your final point, I want to give you an opportunity to address Unknown X, who says, Zacchaeus OZ drops a pass, he's a bust. Rome drops multiple passes, he's a favorite. The logic is way off there. What do you say?
I didn't bring up Rome, number one. But Rome had his fair share of drops as well. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying about Olamide Zacchaeus is when you're a veteran, and the whole reason why you're starting is because you're a veteran who is not supposed to make those plays. And we set our more talented guy on the bench because he might be the one that makes those plays. When you start doing that, what is preventing me now from moving towards Luther Burden, who's clearly the more talented guy? What is stopping me from doing that? I'm not saying Zacchaeus is a bust. He's got a place on this team. He deserves to be on the team. But at this point in time, when you're making the rookie mistakes as a vet, there's no need for you to be in the game at that point. Now you've relegated. To me, you've lowered my value that I have for you as a player, because I could put the rookie in, elevate him, and if he's making those same mistakes, I'm a little bit more lenient. I'm a little bit understanding because he's still learning this game at this level.
Yep.
But you being 6-7 years in the league, these
Absolutely.
types of things should not be happening.
That's
point.
exactly the point I was going to make is, like for instance, with Luther and Rome, the ceiling is up there. We don't even know how high it is, but we definitely know that their ceiling is a lot higher than OZ's. And God bless OZ. I like him. He's a worthy guy to have on the team, but the logic is not way off here. Rome is a favorite because this guy could end up being the greatest receiver in Bears history, surpassing Johnny Morris, who I was around. I didn't see it, but I was around the year he caught 100 passes, which I think was the record for the Bears and still is. Or no, it's been broken by Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall.
All right, let us move on to point number 5, and that is this team will soon be dangerous. How soon? How soon?
Yeah. I hope it's coming really, really soon, right? But what I mean by them being dangerous is this team is already buying into a lot of different things. This team is feeling good about themselves. They're making waves in different ways, right? But I spoke about this a couple weeks ago. There's peaks and there's valleys, right? There's peaks where they play very, very good. There's valleys where they play really bad. And what you want is for that level to level out a little bit, for it not to be a roller coaster, but it'll be like a, up and down a little bit, right? Where you got hills instead of mountaintops, you know what I mean, or whatever. Or the valleys are not the lowest points. You're still able to consistently get some things done. And that's the biggest thing, man. So when this team finds out that it can play consistent football on all 3 phases, special teams, defense, and offense, and they have long stretches of playing good and shorter stretches of playing bad, that team will be very, very dangerous, right? When they start playing in unison, because everything works together on the football field. It's an ultimate team sport. So if the pass rush takes off, that makes the secondary better. If your offense goes out there and they're prolific and they put up points, the other team now has to change their game plan. Now they have to keep up with the Bears. And what does that do? That allows your pass rushers to take off, to pin their ears back and not worry about the run. I'm going to get the quarterback every single down because I know they got to throw the ball every single down. So when the team starts playing in that respect, they're going to be a very dangerous team. They're going to be a really good team at that point.
I got a question for you. When you look at the talent on this team and also the considerations of the injuries that they have, are they playing below your expectations, at your expectations, or above your expectations?
I think right now the offense is playing above the expectations of what I had placed on them. I think they're playing better than what they are. The defense, the secondary, is hard for me to be very, very critical of the secondary because when you have no pass rush, you're asking guys to get you coverage sacks. You know what I mean? You're manufacturing a pass rush by sending Brisker and sending C.J. Gardner, Johnson, and it's working. It's getting some creating some havoc, but at the same time, you're taking guys out of the backfield to do that, out of the secondary to do that. So the one spot on the football team that's playing below my expectations is the defensive line, the pass rush. And the reason I say that is because I believe they're more talented than what they've shown. I like Montez Sweat. I like what he's able to do. I like Austin Booker, although he's only 2 games back. It's his first game starting last week. I like Grady Jarrett. He's just not playing well because he's injured, right? I like Javon Dexter. I think he's a really good guy, and I think he's got the potential to be a really good player in the NFL for a long period of time. So when I name those guys, it's like, man, I feel like we should be doing much more on that side of the ball. That's the only thing that I feel like is playing below expectations for me.
Yeah, I think it's a really difficult question to answer because, like for instance, some of the players you just mentioned, like Jervon Dexter, for instance. All right, I predicted Dexter was going to have a breakout, Pro Bowl type year, but he hasn't done that. I'm trying to figure out why. Is it because of the people around him? Is it because maybe he's dinged up, or what? And so he personally has been below my expectations. Mm-hmm. But when you take into context who is on the defensive line, I think that they kind of have met my expectations. Montez Sweat has 4 sacks in 4 games, right? Deo, I thought was unfairly blamed. Yes, he never got sacks, didn't get much of a pressure unless he was playing in the middle. As a defensive end, though, I thought he generally did a good job of setting the edge and helped a lot with the run game, which is primarily why he was brought in. Dale has never exhibited the ability to be a pass rusher. Right. So, we could get into this in depth, but the bottom line is, judging where this team is at right now, for me, man, I start chewing my nails because I don't really know. We've beat a lot of bad teams, 6-0 against teams that don't have winning records. And so this test in Minnesota is going to be huge. And even if we win, there's still going to be the naysayers out there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, it is time now to transition over to Bare Their Souls. The way we mark the transition is with our Bare Their Souls open. Danikin, it's 5 minutes long, so go take a break and I'll see you on the other end.
Gotcha.
We are the bearer of Bears News, the Ballroom Network.
When you see Caleb do some of these things at the last second, spin, kind of backwards out of the way, in your head, are you sitting there going, oh, look out? Or are you living and dying with, he backpedaled 6 yards in the middle of a scramble the other day?
I'm thinking I'm the best coach in America.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Timmy, go to bed now.
There's a Chicago Bears podcast. Unlike most others, a bunch of guys on the broadcast acting much like brothers. This is Bare Their Souls, uncensored with no control.
You can't throw the ball better than that on the run, especially in these conditions.
3rd and 9. Giants have gotten some pressure so far. Here's Odunze.
This is Bare Their Souls, with some likable a-holes. This is Bare Their Souls.
Giants bring an extra man. It's
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
He's got ice in his veins. And if you don't believe it now, you just wait, man. The best is yet to come, 18. Here we go! Come on, come on. Good, better, bad! Never let it run! Your good gets better! Your better gets better! Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3, bad!
This is Bear Their Souls. Bear their souls.
You having fun yet? Always. Especially with you.
Welcome to Bear Their Souls. My name is Aldo Gandia. Danikin is center screen, and Mr. Johnny Santucci is on the far right. Look at him, looking badass as always. How are you, Tooch?
Yeah, doing all right. I mean, a little under the weather with this seasonal change here. You know, I got the dry cough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your sinuses are all dry, and you get the scratchy throat. It's just, you know, insufferable.
But your dick is still working.
Oh, yeah.
No problems there.
No problems. Yeah, my wife's off work tonight, too. So.
Whoa.
Hopefully she's still awake after the show.
Oh, John, you're too much. Oh, John, hen.
Did you enjoy Sunday's game, Tooch? And did you listen to any of Danikin's 5 points?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm always listening. I was in here doing some stuff behind the scenes and stuff and accidentally flashed this picture. But, man, it's definitely appropriate for this week, too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Keep that handy. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, let me ask both of you guys. Because Danny Shimon, he was at the Cincinnati game. He left with the 2-touchdown lead. On Sunday, John Buffone is in town. The team is losing in the fourth quarter. He tells his family members, hey, if you guys want to leave and get a head start. And they were all, no, we want to stay to the end. Did you guys watch the entire game?
Oh, yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you're never out of a game with Caleb Williams.
Absolutely. I mean, even when we sucked, I would still watch to the bitter end.
Yep.
Yeah, I did as well. I needed to see everything. I needed to see everything that was going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we dissected anyway. So it's I'm always locked in on it.
Yeah, I was talking with my son. He was at the Village Tavern with his girlfriend, and he'll call me. We're watching the game and stuff, and over in Schaumburg, and he called me. He's like, "Oh, they're losing." And I'm like, "Hey, just hold on, man. Wait till it ain't over yet, man." So, and then, at the end of the game, he was like, "Dad, you're right. He's only 26. He hasn't seen as much as Aldo and I."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just feel that it's my duty as a Bears fan. I always felt that way. And it's funny because all the other teams in Chicago, the Blackhawks, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Bulls, all those teams that I loved growing up and into my 20s and 30s and so forth, I don't feel the same way about those teams the way I do the Bears. Maybe it's because it's just a weekly thing. With hockey, there's 81 more games I'll watch to the beginning and the end.
Mm-hmm.
Football has all the drama.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
I mean, basketball can get you close, and baseball can get you close, and certainly the Jordan years, got us. It was like watching the Bears. We saw greatness and stuff with Michael Jordan and Pippen and the gang, but football just has something. It has the violence. It has the stories. It has the kids trying to make their dreams come true. It's got everything, So I mean, it's like a lot like why Aldo and I love great movie scripts.
Absolutely.
We love that's why we love the Bears.
Yeah, the drama of sports, period, is outstanding. But with the NFL football, it's better than any other sport that I've.
We got some narrative busting too this week, Aldo. I'm gonna get to Bears State of Affairs, man.
I love it. Well, let's get started with Bears State of Affairs. But first of all, we are how many minutes into this segment of the show? 5 or 10 minutes, and nobody has asked about Zim Zimmerman.
I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
He's gonna pop up in Bears State of Affairs.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Well, he's not here tonight because he is doing some studying. I think he's studying to be a vet. Is that what he's studying? A vet?
Oh, I didn't know that. That's great.
No, I just made that up. I don't know what the fuck he's
studying. I thought it was like business management or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That sounds better. A vet. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, let us get started with Bears State of Affairs, and we always start it with this little ditty.
It's time for John's Bears State of Affairs. He got nothing but truth bombs about the Bears. He tells it like it is and always has, with no agenda, just a little pizza. Sit back, light it up, and crack open a beer. It's time for John's Bears State of Affairs. State of Affairs. It's time for John Bears State of Affairs. State of Affairs. It's time for John's Bears State of Affairs. State of Affairs. It's time for John's Bears State of Affairs.
Yeah, Bears State of Affairs. Yeah, 2025 NFL season week 11. What's happening, Barflies?
Yeah!
Yeah, well, it's time to check in with the Bears after they play their 9th game of the season on Sunday at home against the Giants. And as usual, I asked Grok to paint us a picture, Aldo. Yeah! Woo-hoo! Slaying the Giants.
Yeah, that is. They get bloodier every week, man.
Yeah, the Bears defeated the Giants. Yeah, it was a 24-20 narrative-busting Bears victory. Their 6th win of the season, moving them into a first-place tie with the Lions of the NFC North. Man, I can't believe I'm saying first-place tie, Aldo.
I love it.
Yeah, but man, it wasn't an easy win. It was another roller coaster ride with the Bears. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this team is an absolute roller coaster, just like we've been saying for several weeks here. When the game started out well enough with a Kyle Monanga 8-yard touchdown run and a Bears 7-0 lead. But the Bears had a tough time containing the Giants and their rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart. Yeah, for a while, Jackson Dart was carving up the Bears. We even heard some Dart is already better than Caleb talk, Aldo.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, when the Giants took a 10-7 lead into the locker room at halftime, Bears fans were upset, and with the ball to start the second half, the Giants scored on their first drive on Dart's second touchdown run of the game for a 17-7 lead. Yeah, it was about this time that Bears fans started to doubt Ben Johnson and the Bears, Aldo. Yeah. Let me just leave this up here for a little bit.
Yes, leave it. I want to write down all these names.
Yeah, people thought the game was over, but man, it sure wasn't. Yeah, it got pretty bad, Aldo. Yeah, it got pretty bad.
Hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean that either. I just yell sometimes because I get so scared.
Yeah, that was Bears fans on Sunday, Aldo.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, but the Bears pulled out the victory in the fourth quarter. Yes, it turns out the Bears were just fucking with us, Danikin. Yeah, they fall behind and get all of us Bears fans to talk shit about them. Then they come from behind and make us all look foolish. Yeah. I mean, they need 14 points in the fourth quarter to win. No problem. Yeah, grizzled old Bears fans like the barkeeper and me. Monday morning, we're on the phone to our doctor's office seeing if we can get some blood pressure medicine.
Jesus, that's not right there.
Yeah, these 2025 Bears, they're the new cardiac kids.
Mm-hmm.
They might play great. They might struggle. They might blow a lead. They might come from behind. And all that could happen in the same game, Aldo.
It's a W.
Yeah, the Bears fans. Well, Aldo and I aren't the only ones for whom the Bears are causing stress. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, lots of stress with this one, man. Yeah, it's the second week in a row the last-minute Bears come from behind victory, with the Giants leading 20-17. Yeah, Bears got key sacks from Montez Sweat and new nickel corner Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to get the ball back with just over 2 minutes remaining and a chance at a game-winning score.
My man.
Yeah, Gardner-Johnson. He's been great since the Bears signed him off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Giants, he had 7 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble, earning a game ball from head coach Ben Johnson. Yeah, speaking after the game, Gardner-Johnson said he was just sitting at home for 2 months and really missed playing ball.
Yep.
He said this Bears team brought back his love for the game. With his 2 sacks against the Giants, Gardner-Johnson became only the second defensive back in the NFL to have 3 or more sacks in his first 2 games with a new franchise since sacks became a stat in 1982. Yeah, signing Gardner-Johnson, that's arguably been one of Ryan Pohl's best free agent moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was the Bears franchise quarterback Caleb Williams. It was the Bears franchise quarterback Caleb Williams who took control of the game in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How clutch was Caleb Williams? In the fourth quarter versus the Giants, he led 2 touchdown drives, had 77 yards passing with a touchdown pass and 13 carries for 53 yards, including the game-winning 17-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
Clutch. Yeah, Bears win 24-20. And after beating the Giants, the Bears record now stands at 6-3. And at 6-3, the Bears sent Bears fans to bed dreaming of NFL playoffs. Yeah.
Jesus. Shut up.
It's them after the game, Aldo.
That's good.
Even though it wasn't his best game statistically, this felt like one of Caleb's best performances. Nothing going right for the Bears and a possible upset looming at Soldier Field. Caleb put the team on his back and will them to a win. Yeah, after the game, Coach Ben Johnson said, quote, "Man, let me tell you something now. This guy, he's got ice in his veins. And if you don't believe it now, you just wait. The best is yet to come, 18. Yeah, Giants definitely believe it. On Monday, they fired head coach Brian Daboll.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Daboll's decision to decline a penalty that would have given the Giants a ball at the Bears' 1.5 yard line for another 4th and goal play likely played a part in his dismissal. It's not the first time that Bears have been involved in a Giants coach getting fired. In 2019, the Giants lost in Chicago and Pat Shurmur was fired. In 2021, the Giants lost in Chicago and Joe Judge was fired. And on Monday, after the loss in Chicago, Brian Daboll was fired. Yeah, against the Cowboys, the Broncos, and Bears, the Giants had a 92%, 99%, and 97% chance of winning late in the fourth quarter, and Brian Daboll lost all of them.
Oh my God!
The odds happening is 1 in 60,000. That sounds familiar, though, Aldo. You would call that Eberflusian. Yeah. The Giants are a lot like last year's Bears. Yeah, they have a talented rookie quarterback who had a bad head coach. Yeah, only difference this year, the Bears are pulling out the victories in the fourth quarter, where before they would lose these type of games. And they're doing it largely on the playmaking abilities of their franchise quarterback, Caleb Williams. And after the Giants game, oh, how the national media narrative changed, Aldo.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, let me break this down for you. Yeah. No more Caleb is a bust talk. Yeah, by now the NFL knows that with Caleb Williams, the Bears finally have a quarterback who could be the reason the Bears win the game. And we're never out of a game in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Yeah, 26 games. Caleb now has 10 game-winning drives. Yeah, he might be the most clutch quarterback to ever wear a Bears uniform.
John, you're turning me on.
Yeah. Yeah, might be the most clutch quarterback to ever wear a Bears uniform. He knows he could take over a game, and he can't wait to do it. Yeah, against the Giants, Caleb was incredible. How many sacks did he avoid? I lost count. Yeah. Yeah, but this season, per PFF, Caleb now has 26 forced missed tackles, 9 more than the next nearest quarterbacks.
Wow.
Yeah. Bears, Houdini, Caleb, and the Bears offensive line allowed 0 sacks to a talented Giants pass rush on Sunday. Coming into the game, the Bears had allowed 21 sacks on the season, roughly 2.2 1/3 per game. And this is only the second game out of 10 where the Giants didn't record a sack. Yeah. With Ben Johnson leading this team, coaching this young quarterback, the Bears have finally turned the team around. That's 6-3. Yep. The Bears are just more than just a possible playoff team. Yeah, guess what, Danikin? We can finally use this meme and not let it be a joke. Yeah. Yeah, Ben Johnson's post-game locker room speeches. Yeah, they've become a highlight for Bears fans. It might be time to venerate St. Benjamin of Chicago, Aldo.
Love the idea.
Good, better, best. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Ben Johnson. Yeah, he's changed the culture of the Bears for the better. I mean, the best. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the memes working tonight, fellas.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, they're curing the late game trauma of Bears fans one clutch play at a time. It doesn't matter how many lead changes there are, as long as the last change is the Bears. That's Bears state of affairs.
Oh, John, you're too much, too much, too much. Oh, John, hen.
John, you're on a roll. You on a roll, on a roll. Do you think of this stuff when you're on the toilet bowl? When you're on a roll, it gets me thinking and singing. You just know how to let us who is sinning.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Excellent.
St. Benjamin of Chicago, although.
I love that idea.
Good, better, best.
Hey, that final image in that closing video with you and the cigar, you created that AI. I've been trying to get AI to have you do something X-rated with that cigar, but it keeps saying our senators will not allow. It's not gonna happen.
Grok had the giant after being killed, but he was naked. I had to put a blue loincloth on the giant. You gotta change over to Grok.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So let us talk about Caleb because he is the hot topic. I'm gonna play the media mashup in a little while.
Hold on before you go to the media mashup.
Sure.
2 throws, man. One to DJ Moore and one to Alameda Zacchaeus in the rolling to his right in the back, on the side of the end zone on the edge. That were just fantastic throws that our guys just couldn't come down with them, man. Yeah. This game would have been a blowout if those, that was beautiful passes, man. Never had a quarterback that could do that. Maybe Cutler, I don't know, but man, those passes were so nice, man. Just off, just a little too hard, and they just couldn't get to it.
Yep. We were Danikin had it as his first point. That OZ has lost his trust. And the thing is that, and you'll see this in the media mashup, is commentators are apologizing now because they didn't quite understand what was going on with Caleb Williams. You know, they made decisions about his rookie season, but failed to fully appreciate the context of what happened, the terrible coaching, the fact that there were key people in the offense missing or were not provided for by the general manager, on and on and on. And now they are seeing that him holding on to the ball could be a good thing, you know, particularly, you know, if you're, you know, you're still learning, but also you're allowing time for receivers to get open, you're helping the offensive line and so forth. I've always thought, well, he's holding on to the ball too long, but there's good and bad to that. I remember Aaron Rodgers' first few years. That was the main criticism from the national media and some Packers fans. Yep. You know, and it resulted in him being sacked 40, 50 times a season. But at the same time, he was learning the game. And on a lot of those scrambles, he was creating time to hit receivers and be a dynamic passer.
Yep. Yeah, we'd say the same thing about Josh Allen, Brett Favre. Shit, I mean, Fran Tarkenton used to run around there for, you know, half a minute.
Yes. Yeah. Francis Asbury Tarkenton. Absolutely.
Yeah. The escapability of Caleb reminds me a lot of, you know, Fran Tarkenton and Brett Favre. I've said a long time, Pat Mahomes. Mm-hmm. I've said it for a long time. The escapability reminds me, even Aaron Rodgers too. Has the escapability. It's elite escapability. Man, I was like, he escaped so many times, man. I can't imagine how frustrated the Giants were. Yeah. You know, just get a hand on him. They can't bring him. Now he's thick. You know, he's strong.
Yeah, he's thick and he's quick. You know what I mean? Like,
quick,
we were talking about that a little bit before. I was talking about that with somebody. He's faster than what a lot of people think, right?
Yeah,
and he reminds me. I'm not saying he's running back or anything like that, but I remember a long time ago when Brian Urlacher, he was playing. They played a game against the Houston Texans. And it's when they had Arian Foster, I think is who it was.
Yep.
And Brian Urlacher said he's bigger, he's faster, and he's quicker than what you would anticipate, what you would think, right? You could watch it on film, you could do this, do that, but then when you play him, it's a different speed, it's a different size. And that's kind of like Caleb. Caleb looks small, but he, like you said, he's thick. He's hard to get down sometimes. He's strong. He's built, you know what I mean? He's a little stocky guy, right?
Yep.
So that's sometimes hard to get down. And then he's much faster than what people give him credit for.
He made the corner twice.
Yeah.
He almost had 2 touchdown runs, long touchdown runs. The explosive plays with him running has been the difference between the Ravens game and this game with the Giants. You know, explosive plays with his running.
Yeah, I think there's probably just maybe 2 or 3 quarterbacks that are faster than Caleb. You know, Lamar, right? Kyler Murray,
Justin Fields,
3. Yeah. Outside of that, I don't know if anyone's. I think he's much faster than Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Jackson Dart, man, we couldn't stop him. We had to knock him out of the game to win this game. But I mean, if our guys were coming down with the ball and Dart stayed in the game, I think we still would have won.
Yep.
So Jackson Dart, man,
it's a different game if you score touchdowns.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what they wanted to do, they wouldn't have been able to. That little option or whatever. That's the thing. The Bears have to get to the point where they're able to manufacture or be prolific all the way through, right?
Yep.
Like have long sustained success, right?
Yep.
And then if that happens, you force the team to play on play. Jackson Dart can't do what he wants to do. He has to drop back and throw the ball.
Jackson Dart left USC because Caleb was coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to Ole Miss. He figured he wasn't going to get a chance to start. Or I don't remember the full story, but he was at USC too. Jackson Dart, they lucked into that. You know, I mean, there are so many teams looking for quarterbacks in this draft.
Right.
You know, Cam Ward was the number 1 overall pick. Then I forget who was. Then a bunch of people went look. The Giants got Dart in the 2nd round. No, they traded back into the 1st to get him. So it took Abdul Carter, number 3 overall. Then in the back of the 1st round, they traded back up and got Dart. But yeah, I mean, if you redraft, I mean, Jackson Dart's going a lot higher. You know.
He can play. I like his game though. I do like his game.
Yeah, he's got to learn to slide a little bit more, man. It's how many concussions he's had, just this season. It's.
I think the best thing the Giants did for him, just like Ryan Poles did for Caleb Williams by firing the head coach, the best thing that the Giants have done for Dart is to get rid of Brian Daboll. I know he's got this great reputation of developing quarterbacks and what he did with Josh Allen and so forth, but he was too reckless. We've seen this before here in Chicago. Head coaches who are trying to protect their jobs, that they would risk the health of other players. And that, to me, is a fireable offense. And I applaud the Maras or Shane or whoever was involved with that. Get rid of Brian Daboll, and he should go, coach at a McDonald's restaurant, coach the crew people how to clean up or something like that. Because that's unacceptable.
What did you think about Daboll's decision to, not take the points off the board?
It was stupid.
I know. You're on the half-yard line.
Ridiculous.
We couldn't stop him. It's like,
absolutely. Yeah. If you can't trust Russell Wilson to, get 1 yard, because it would have been half the distance to the goal, right? And it would have put the ball
a half-yard line.
To go from a half-yard line.
Yeah.
If you can't trust him,
you don't have Jackson. I mean, Devin Singletary?
Get a foot and a half. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And if they would have had Cam Scatterbull. Yeah, right. If they would have had Cam Scatterbull, he probably would have gone to it. But you're coaching scared there. You're coaching scared for your job, just like you were coaching scared when you put Dart in situations that he could harm himself. This is Coach Ben Johnson talking about Caleb Williams and him reducing the amount of sacks that he has had since last season.
I think having a healthy running game certainly helps the pressure number, because when a defense has respect for stopping your run game, then it certainly slows them down in their transition to pass rushers. So that could be part of it. But yeah, I think I've got a lot of confidence in our O-line right now and what they're doing. We've got some really clean pockets throughout. Tight ends are a big part of our protection scheme. So are our backs, and even our receivers get involved occasionally with our drop back pass game as well. So I think it always starts there, but there's no mistaking what Caleb can do. He feels it, and the way he evades I think it's second to none.
I think that's really important for us to know, because sometimes we want to give all the credit to one particular person, but what is happening with Caleb? Yes, he's matured. He knows more about what to do right and wrong, but also the offensive line, its receivers, blocking, and so forth. Danikin was talking about, the receivers on this team blocking like there's no effing tomorrow. It's great that we are witnessing a Chicago Bears team that really knows complementary football and players who are fighting for one another. It's great stuff, man.
I guess the Ben Johnson effect, right?
That must be.
You gotta be.
He's telling us right like it is.
I gotta do an AI on that where Caleb and Ben Johnson are same image together, and Caleb is saying that to Ben. That would be cool. What else about Caleb? There you go. Find someone who looks at you the way Caleb. I love it. I love it. And when they were doing the good, better, best, did you see Caleb, how he was acting? He was making these faces.
Yeah,
he was having that time.
I wanted to use that meme with him holding the ball. He's like,
yeah.
I didn't have a chance, but yeah.
I'm telling you.
Look at how silly the last two slogans were. BU hits. Like, so stupid, man. Now looking back at it in hindsight, it's like,
terrible.
Ridiculous. Terrible.
Real coaching nerds there who aren't as smart as a nerd. Those previous guys. I forgot what I was going to say, but it was something. Oh, I got it. When this season is over and we look back at it, I want to do a bunch of videos and talk about some of the cool things that happened in the locker room and maybe interviews and stuff. I mean, even in the preseason, remember Montez Sweat swore on NFL Network, says, Coach doesn't give a fuck about this or that. I want to go back and revisit that because that's, for me, is making it an even more memorable
I wish this season was Hard Knocks, man.
Yeah.
This is the best Bears season in a long time, man. We've been stuck, man. We've been frozen, Aldo.
Yes.
There we go.
You know,
coming out of there. Coming out of there.
Coming
yeah,
out of
coming
there,
out.
man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's what do you think about doing the media mashup? Because there's a lot of things that I want you guys to react to. Where did I put
Sounds
it?
good.
It is somewhere around here. Here it is. It's 6 minutes long, guys, but there's some really good stuff in here.
He's a generational talent. I think people forget that. All right? He's a generational talent. And now you pair him with a heck of a football coach that, and like I say, he's going to get like this. He's going to keep climbing, guys. And when it's all said and done, is this a playoff team? It kind of looks that way.
Yeah. Are we buying the Bears a playoff contender now?
Yeah, I'll entertain the Bears getting involved with the division mix. I mean, you don't know what version of the Green Bay Packers you're going to get from game to game. The Detroit Lions feel like they're the class of the NFC North, but they've had some things that haven't quite seemed right. Of course, with Dan Campbell taking over play calling responsibilities from OC Johnny Morton, and players not necessarily loving Morton's sequencing and how he does things. So, yeah, I mean, the Chicago Bears are right there in the mix, and I can't believe I'm saying this at the halfway point of the season, but Caleb Williams should be in the conversation for best quarterback in that division. Is it that crazy to say that, though? Is it that crazy?
I mean, it was his fourth game-winning drive. Come from behind win. They, I believe, are 4-1 in one-score games this season, 6-3. He's playing really well.
I think the content of what you said is not that crazy. The context of who is saying it makes it startling, because you were holding I'm going to be fair on this. You were holding Caleb to a standard of you're drafted number 1 overall. They drafted you, in essence, if you do the math, instead of C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May, right over the course of multiple drafts. And they believed in you to fix a franchise that seemingly never has the quarterback. And you were critical of his performance a year ago. And now, the same person, Chris Canty, is saying, I'll put him with Goff and Love. So, yes, that is surprising for me, hearing you say that.
Okay.
The eternal question for the Chicago Bears is, why can't we figure quarterback out? I think you have.
But I do think it's fair to say that certainly me and a lot of us probably owe Caleb an apology for the way that we've kind of looked at his game. The play action is something that has become such a big part of it. He's way more comfortable right now. Way more comfortable operating a play action. I don't know if it's because he's turning his back to the defense and just reacting a little bit more, not thinking as much, playing in a I see it, trust it, rip it concept. And it's the reality that it's allowing his legs to impact the game at a significantly higher level. But we've talked about Caleb, and the bootleg world has been massive. We've talked about Caleb and holding on to the football in a negative connotation for a lot of the time. And I think the way that I've watched him over the past couple weeks, and it hasn't been perfect all the time, and even the Ravens game, you're like, you're stuck at times. I think him holding on to the football, I've gotten to the point where it's actually like covering up for so many deficiencies still. He had like 85 yards last week of hidden yards that would have been sacks if not for evading and whatnot. And I think a lot of like the holding on to the football stat and number for Caleb is a little bit jaded because of the extra stuff that he's doing, holding on to the football and getting out of bad stuff.
I think his receivers dropped 6 or 7 passes yesterday, and this guy just kept coming. And I think there was this narrative about him that he's talented. Yeah. But listen, he's from Southern California. He won the Heisman. I mean, he went to USC, paints his nails. Like, this is a tough-ass kid, man. Yesterday, he played like it. He showed it. And again, to get the recognition from your coach after in the locker room, right? Like, this just goes a long way for your confidence. Again, there's a number 1 overall pick with a lot of weight on him.
But Caleb, in the fourth quarter, passer rating of 123.5 the last 2 weeks. And it's clicking. Making plays with his legs. Making plays with his arms. And now suddenly the coach isn't talking about getting the ball out on time. He's talking about magic. He's Houdini.
Yeah. You know, there's things that have to get better and make the game easier on him. You know, at times when you watch him, you're like, my gosh, he's making it hard. But because he's so talented, you know, he'll miss a read and then he'll come back to that throw when he's scrambling and he makes this ridiculous 45-yard throw on the move. And you're just like, oh my gosh, made it way harder than it had to be. But we got there and we got it done. And so I think that's the beautiful thing about where they're at right now is they're winning games and having some, semblance of success without it all being put together yet. And that's what excites you. Is I still don't know what Caleb's going to be long term, how good he's going to be with, those in the pocket and in structure and on schedule type stuff. But I'm excited because I've seen, improvement there.
Caleb Williams has a clutch factor about him that I could smell a mile away coming in the National Football League. And when he first came in the league last year, you could see flashes of superstardom, freaky, talented things that he does. But the thing that stands out to me the most about Caleb Williams is that at the end of the game, when his team needs him the most, and the fate of the universe is on the line, he finds a way to get it done.
Yeah.
Time after time. And there's a lot of criticism about Caleb Williams. Quite frankly, I don't care. You don't know ball.
Yeah, I agree with it.
People complain about accuracy issues. I would say some of his misses this year are smart misses because rookie year, the misses would have gone into the defensive back's hands. His misses sail high, his misses go out of bounds. So for a layman, they watch that and say he's inaccurate. Well, if you watched today, you would have seen 6 drops for his receivers, okay? The guy I think they need to get more implemented into the offense is rookie wide receiver Luther Burden III. Because when he comes off the bench and gets involved in that offensive game plan, he's explosive, okay? He wants the ball. He fiends for the ball. And when Caleb gives it to him, great things happen. All in all, great job by the Chicago Bears finding a way to win this game. Ben Johnson, his attitude, his toughness has permeated the locker room. It feels like details are more important now than ever. And they've got the quarterback. The conversation now goes from, well, should we play Tyson Bagent? To how much are we going to have to pay Caleb Williams?
Right.
How much indeed?
I had that up there, the first $1 billion player, according to ChatGPT.
Oh, baby.
I had that up there.
I can see that. I can definitely see that with the way the league is going. And, who knows? The Bears might end up giving him a percentage of the team in exchange. Hey, Caleb, help us with the cost of building a new stadium.
Find that one.
Good stuff there.
Kurt Warner's on the score on Mondays,
yes.
I think, after the game.
I think it's Monday or Tuesday, yeah.
He's a big Caleb Williams fan. And then Kyle Young.
He's still very critical of him, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like it wasn't that clip. But I think he's fairly reasonable in his arguments. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
I know he likes the potential for sure. Did you guys ever see American Underdog? Biographical movie of Kurt Warner.
Oh, no, I never saw it.
I didn't see it.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
check it out. In and out of theaters real fast. So it's probably
I mean, I love sports movies though, so I'm probably a little biased.
Yeah.
But great story, the story's there. He was a little kid, just like loved football, was always throwing the ball, drawing up plays and stuff, And then the route that he had to go to get to the NFL, was crazy. So, but small town in Iowa to the NFL.
I'll tell you, a lot of people in the chat room when he showed up on the screen were wondering if he was wearing eye makeup and stuff like that.
It's like
I was looking at that too. I was
looks
like
the Crypt Keeper.
What's happening? Kurt? Got a lot of makeup on.
He's the next Crypt Keeper, Danikin. From Tales from the Crypt.
Maybe he fell asleep while they were putting makeup on, and they decided to put a trick on him.
Extra pancake makeup.
Yeah. He woke up before they put the lipstick on. All right. What else do we got? Any other thoughts about Caleb and his play? Let's talk a little bit about him upcoming against the Minnesota Vikings, and it's something that I'm sure Fitz will chime in. The Brian Flores defense is a very difficult defense for young quarterbacks who are learning in the league, and Caleb talked about it today.
That's why they get paid the big bucks over there too. For those type of situations where you expect them to do something when you're going into a game plan and into a game, and it's kudos to them for being able to completely kind of change it up. And so it's something that I think we've done better with since first game of the year. but adjusting, throughout the game, adjusting and having answers and just having open communication on the sideline, just to all be on the same page, from players to player to player to coach and things like that. So, Flo's a great D coordinator, and I'm expecting that he'll have a bunch of different wrinkles, and we got to adjust to those in those games.
Statistically, the Vikings are not great at defense, but Flores is treated like he's a superstar defensive coordinator because of the exotic looks and how he confuses people and so forth, and his rough style, both as a coordinator coach and his rough style of defense. His defense hits, and those guys hit. So it's going to be quite the challenge for Caleb. Let me add one more here. This is Coach Ben Johnson talking about Flores and why he has looked upon as a challenge.
When you're on an offensive perspective, it just seems like a lot of variety of fronts and coverages and personnel groups, and so he does a good job mixing everything up. And each week's a little bit different. He has a different flavor. He played us a certain way week one that was a little bit different than what maybe you would have seen the last couple of years, and then you look at the last few weeks, he changes it up, and so a lot of it's based on who he has at his disposal as well. Week one they didn't have Harrison Smith, and so guys are in, they're out. Van Ginkel's in and out. Renard, we'll see where he's at here this week, and so he does as good of a job as anybody, making sure he puts his guys in a good spot and keep the opposing play caller guessing.
Fellas, J2K says that he's not worried so much about the offense against the Vikings. What he's worried about is the defense, the Bears' defense versus the Vikings' offense. What say you guys? Tooch, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. The defense, there were times during the game when I was like, we can't stop the fucking Giants, but hopefully we can get to basically another rookie like Jackson Dart with JJ McCarthy.
Thank you. I never thought about it that way.
We caught JJ McCarthy in his first start coming home to his hometown of Chicago. He was fired up, and we let that one slip away. The defense has had to manufacture pressure on the quarterback, by blitzing, with defensive backs. So, and then, we're already thin in the secondary Danikin. So, we'll see. It is worrisome. I think we lost Danikin.
Danikin is frozen a little bit. There he is. He's back. What do you think about
for a second there? I guess I don't know.
Yes, you did. What do you think about this Bears defense? The Vikings offense against the Bears defense.
Well, it's similar to what I wanted to happen in the first game of the season, right? I wanted them to make JJ McCarthy's life tough. I wanted them to throw things at him. I wanted them to put him on notice that, hey, you're in the NFC North black and blue division. You're going to have to deal with us for a long time, young man. You know what I mean? They weren't able to do that, so I want them to go out and do that. I want them to follow through on doing that. I want them to put chaos in his life, make it hard for him, make it a nightmare. You know what I mean? Throw things at him that he hasn't seen before. He's still fairly new. He's still basically a rookie, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I think you should be able to take advantage of that. On the other side, though, am I afraid of Minnesota? I'm not afraid of Minnesota and Brian Flores' defense. Mm-hmm. They're a top 10 in some metrics in some of the areas of the football, on the defensive side of the ball. But at the same time, they're not really good against the run at all. Not that good against the run. So I think that if you go out there and you run the ball, it'll open up play action. It'll open up the passing game. And the Bears will be able to pretty much do it if you focus on running the ball. I want them to go out there and focus on running the ball first.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed they didn't focus on running the ball in the weather at Soldier Field on Sunday. I know, and then it came out. I was like 1 run and like 7 passes. Like the first day, I was like, "What the hell, man?" It's like
what's
snow,
going on?
wind gusts up to 32 miles per hour. But against the Vikings, Caleb Williams has been pretty good. I got some numbers here. 373, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 194, touchdown, 1 interception. Not as good. 268, 2 touchdowns. That was the last game. But yeah, he's played pretty well against the Vikings, Aldo.
Yeah, those numbers look pretty good. Obviously that 373, 2 touchdowns, that was his first start against the Vikings last season. That was pretty damn awesome. And then he had a so-so game, the second game. But yeah, I don't think this Flores defense has psyched them out like a lot of reporters tend to try to portray. The big menacing Brian Flores defense, wreaks havoc on young quarterbacks like Caleb Williams. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, to me, it's like a lot of this stuff is narratives, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a narrative that gets pushed and it's pushed and pushed and pushed. And I'm not saying Brian Flores is not a good coach or anything like that, or he doesn't,
absolutely,
create some exotic schemes and all of that stuff. It's great, man. But this shadow that they want to, like he's just this menacing, dominant. Yeah, I mean he's all right. I mean, but it is what it is.
Exactly.
I think the Bears have, they have some good things going for them.
Yeah, I agree. This is Coach Ben Johnson kind of giving an overview about the team that they're facing.
Found out a lot about ourselves over the course of the season so far. We're a different team than.
It's the wrong one.
Man, you look at this team that we're about to play, and a lot of respect for their coaching staff. I think O'Connell, he was the coach of the year last year for a reason. He always has his guys playing, and they're in all these 1-score games, and they usually find a way to come out on top of them. Got a lot of respect for Flores. He's done it at a high level now since he entered the division. Gives you all kinds of problems. You got to be on your mess for all 60, 70 plays on offense to have a chance, and it's as mentally fatiguing as it is physically fatiguing for our guys. So quite a challenge. They do a number of things really well. We're 0-2 in the division. They're 2-0 in the division right now, and we're going up to their place, which is a very hostile environment. It'll be loud, and we got to be able to handle those elements. So really excited about the opportunity here for our team.
He touches on exactly why this game is so important, because it's a divisional game, and if we lose any one of the 4 remaining divisional games, I think it could cost us a wild card spot. I mean, look at this schedule. If you win week 11, week 14, week 16, and week 18, 6 + 4 is 10. That gets you into the playoffs. What do you guys think?
Yeah, 4 of the last 8 games are divisional games. It's going to be tough.
Exactly.
Man.
It'll be tough, but you got to do it. You got
the world champs coming up too.
This is what we wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. I think the Bears are in a position, right? And at the beginning of the year, what I said is I want to see meaningful games being played in December, and I want to see them progress on that front, right? So they need to play meaningful games, and then we'll see how they start playing at that point in time. They've gotten through this stretch, and they've gone, 6 of their last 7 have been wins, which is great, right? Now you're going to play some teams, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Is it a statement victory, blah, blah, blah. You have opportunities for statement victories, several of them. Even if you don't succeed in Philadelphia, you still got Green Bay. That could be a statement game. You got Detroit. That could be a statement game. They're set up for what they've done so far this season to be magnified on a bigger scale, right? And that's what we wanted to see as Bears fans. Like, to me, that's what I wanted to see. Meaningful games. Here we are rolling up into Thanksgiving, about to go into December, and the Bears are at 6-3. They're set up. They're primed for a nice little situation here, and we'll see what they do with it, man. But I really think they got. I think they can get 10 wins. I believe if they beat San Francisco, they're in the playoffs. You're muted.
San Francisco is in that hunt for that playoff spot, for a wild card playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is a huge game. And that cannot go underestimated. You're absolutely right. Tooch, what do you think about what David says here when he looks at the schedule? He says he thinks all of these teams are beatable. Let me put those up again on that schedule I have. Here it is. You think all of these teams are beatable?
Yeah.
I don't know about the Eagles. I don't know.
I mean, the Giants beat the Eagles, and we beat the Giants, so it's possible. I think
true.
The Steelers are eminently beatable. I mean, it was like they couldn't score against the Chargers. It's the divisional games that worry me. The Lions, that's the toughest game on the schedule. The Eagles will be tough. But the Eagles' offense is struggling. They haven't been able to run the ball this year like they did last year. Saquon Barkley, the offensive line, I don't know I think they had some injuries this season. I don't know whether I think Lane Johnson is out for the Eagles. It's been tough for them. And 2 games against the Packers. That's going to be tough. We should beat the Steelers and Browns. The 49ers, their defense is not as formidable as in the past. They're struggling on defense as well. They're kind of like the Bears. They've had to generate pressure by blitzing secondary, blitzing from their secondary.
In my opinion, I think they can get 5 of those games at least. I think they split with Green Bay. I think they beat San Fran. I think they beat Pittsburgh. And I think they beat Minnesota. I think they beat the Browns. That's 5 victories right there. And if you mess around and win a couple more of those,
11-6 would get us in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
10-7 could get us in.
I think in week 17, that Niners game, for us to win in San Francisco, it's going to take Jalen and Kyler, both in that defensive backfield, as people in the chat room have been mentioning. We really need those guys against that 49ers, Kyle Shanahan offense. Brock Purdy will probably be at the helm then. They're just so efficient. And so to have Kyler and Jalen Johnson, number 1 and 2 as your defensive backs, and him joining Jaquan Brisker and Kevin Byard, who's having a good year, that defense with Tyreek Stevenson, I'm sure he's going to bounce back and play like he did earlier in the year. That defensive backfield was and can still become one of the best defensive backfields in football, and we're going to need them week 17. Definitely need them.
Here's a question I have for you guys. How do you feel about this? Right, we've seen progress from the Bears in situational football. At the end of games, they're doing better. There's confidence there, right? They're building upon that, right? The character wins, all of that stuff that we talked about. We've been talking about it pretty in depth. But here's my question: with these games that we have coming up, clearly it's the difficult part of the season, right? The difficult part of the schedule. We beat bad teams. Let's just be real, right? 6 games, they're all teams that are below 500.
That's right.
He's reading from my notes, Aldo.
he's looking over your shoulder.
I've got this somewhere. I just have to find it.
They said your room was this one, so I'm in the other room.
There you go.
His house right now.
Right.
Yeah. But
go ahead, Danny.
But with that being said, right? How do they react to adversity, right? So let's say they stumble. Maybe they lose against Minnesota. And then you got the very next week, Aaron Rodgers, here comes big bad Aaron Rodgers in, right? How do they react to does it snowball? Does this team allow it to snowball? Does Ben Johnson allow it to snowball? Or do they right the ship, right? I was talking to a friend of mine. He's a Detroit Lions fan. He said in 3 years, they haven't lost back-to-back games. They may lose a game, they'll win 3. And it's been like that for 3 years. So that's where the Bears need to get. We know what happened last year, right? 10 straight games losing streak. The year before that, under what was it? Every year it seems like we go on a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game losing streak every single year, basically since like 2018.
Right.
And so, how does the team react to it? That's going to be important to see. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, and we can only, of course, speculate on that. But the one thing I think every Bears fan will agree, I have not ever seen a negative comment from a Bears fan towards Ben Johnson. Yeah, Detroit fucking hates Ben Johnson.
Believe it or not, I've seen some. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him to you. There's one guy. There's a guy on Twitter that's every day, like Ben John laughing. I don't like him. He's gonna be fired soon. Blah blah blah. Just
a Bears fan.
Yeah, Bears fan.
That's he's not a Bears fan. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Let's just be true.
I found it from my notes. I flashed it up there. The Bears haven't beaten a team with a winning record. Now you can only play who's on your schedule. We've only played one team that has a winning schedule, has a winning record. That's the Lions.
Exactly.
Yes, we lost, but all the other teams we played are either 500 or below 500.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's get a certain gentleman here who knows quite a bit about football and food. Let's get him involved in the conversation right now. His name is Fitz. How are you, brother?
Whoa, look at that background. Yeah. That is one big pizza puff.
He's got all the staples there.
This works. I don't know.
RC, man, everything.
Yeah, give it a little time. Your processor will catch up with the green screen, I think. How are you, man?
Okay, I just want to try something different. I'm doing all right. Can you understand me?
Okay. I can hear you, understand you, and I even think you're a good-looking guy. There you go.
Oh, well, I got the wrong screen up then, I think. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just got back from a little trip, but getting back into the groove of things, and glad to be back in Chicagoland.
So you were away from work for 2 weeks, and you returned back to work yesterday or today?
That's correct. Today.
Well, that must have been a lot of fun.
I'm dragging. It was about the longest day I've had in a long time.
Yeah, well, so is your internet.
Yeah,
that was a joke, right?
I need a faster graphics card or processor.
Do I need to change back to the old way?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because I don't think the processor is catching up like I anticipated.
I had the same problem until I got this new laptop.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back, guys.
All righty. Well, while you're away, we'll play this.
He's about to make me hungry. Gonna microwave popcorn, trust me. When he talks about food, my appetite is renewed. This is Fitz with his restaurant critique.
That guy sure does make eating look fucking fun, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
I haven't had a pizza puff in so long, man. I kind of every time he has one, I'm kind of like, damn, I don't even know where to get one. I don't know. Maybe Costco has them. I don't even.
Yeah, I was just gonna say next time I go to Costco, I think I'm gonna pick up a 24-pack of RC Cola.
Yeah.
Man, I've been looking for pizza puffs out here for so long. It's crazy.
Really?
I don't think we have them here either.
Oh my! Really? In Iowa too? That's wow.
David Ekval's in the chat. He might know. He's an Iowa, Des Moines guy.
Come on, David, come to the rescue. So
there is a JJ's Fish and Chicken. They have them here, but it's so far away from me, I can't get to it all the time.
Well, while we're waiting for Fitz to hook up
there, huh, Aldo?
Yeah, we got some snow. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was beautiful here today. It was like 55 and sunny, man.
Today also here, yes.
Beautiful.
The snow's all gone.
Was it Tuesday? We were off for Veterans Day, so the girls and I did, leaf raking. It was beautiful yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Man, never had a pizza puff, man. You haven't lived.
Vizzo wants to know what a pizza puff is. Who wants to explain it to him? Go ahead.
It's like like everything a Hot Pocket wants to be.
Yeah.
Pizza puffs are like good. Hot Pockets are like a great glass in case of emergency food.
Hey, Fitz, how would you describe a pizza puff to our friend Vizzo Joe? Since you've had probably one every week for your entire life.
Since I was 9 years old, basically.
Pretty cool.
I mean, maybe like a pizza burrito kind of, because it's a tortilla that it's made out of.
Yeah,
it's a deep fried tortilla with pizza stuff in it.
That's the key. That's the key part, the deep fried part.
Yeah,
because that changes the flavor big time.
Just think of it like a pizza burrito. Has a consistency. Well, it's thinner, but yeah, it's delicious. It's deep fried deliciousness. How's that?
Very well put. You should be in the advertising business.
Okay. Calzone Hot Pocket. Yeah, that's kind of what.
Hey, Fitz, before we get to your food review, I'd love for you to respond to the question that Danikin posed to Tooch and myself just a little while ago. And Danikin, correct me if I got this wrong, but basically Danikin is asking, what are your expectations that the team can improve its level of play over these next several games? Because this is pretty clearly, I don't know what that was. Dude,
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm struggling with this cold or ever changing seasons,
God bless you. You know where the washroom is, right? It's just out there to the left.
Is there in the basement? I don't know if he's got one down here.
But Danikin's point is these last few games, the level of play has to get better because we've been beating teams that don't have a 500 record. Is that fair, Danikin, how I posed your question?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That and then the second part of it is, when it comes to, like, let's say the Bears stumble somehow, right? Mm-hmm. We've seen over the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years where they've gone on losing streaks of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games, even last year, right?
2 years in a row, 10 games, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Can they, does this team remedy that, or do you fall back into that? You know what I mean?
So I think the biggest thing on offense is consistency. I think we can become more consistent, even though they're putting up 25 points a game. I mean, but I think, but we've all seen it. It's like one play looks great, and then they lose 3 on the next play, and that's just going to be practice, and that's just. I think the more they play, the more consistent they'll be. And then on defense, I think it's health. Just get healthy. I mean, I don't know how they're getting away with it right now, but I mean, Dennis Allen and that team is just they're on their 3rd, 4th string secondary, and they're not playing, little league teams. These are pros that they're going up. They've gone up against some good wide receivers over the last few weeks. So I think if we can get some health there, if we can get Edmunds and Edwards on the field at the same time for more than a game, I mean, having both of them on the field does a lot. I think just health-wise on defense is going to just improve a lot of things. So, yeah, I would go – they need to improve consistency on offense, and that's from Caleb. I think it starts with Caleb because I think you're getting consistency out of the offensive line now that we haven't seen in a long time. So I think just Caleb becoming more consistent, and he even has said it. We've seen the clip. We got to get better. And I think that we'll get better as the season goes on, and then get healthy on defense.
You like our chances against let
everybody.
I love that. I was saying that we got to win the remaining 4 divisional opponents. You agree with that stance in order for us to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, we're already down 0-2 in the division. That's
exactly. Yeah.
Right off the bat before we, first 2 weeks. So you've got to find some way to win these 4 games. I think, Sunday is imperative. It's scary going into Minnesota. That's always a tough place to play, no matter what their condition is. And yeah, why not? I mean, if you want to prove that you're with the big boys, take it on and sweep the rest of these conference divisional games. Go 4-2. I know we're so used to going. I mean, what are we, 3-17, 3-18 over the last few years in the division? I think we've only won 3 games.
I don't want to hear that.
But I'm just saying, it's like it's in our head to go, oh gosh, we're not going to win at Minnesota or Green Bay. Fortunately, we've already played at Detroit, so. But you got to step up and find a way to win these games. Injured secondary or not.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's a badge of honor to win your division. You want to dominate it. So another year where we lose more games than win more games within the division, to me, it would be a kicking on your gonads, man.
Yeah, it would. It would. I mean, as much progress as we're seeing, if we ended up, just winning 2 games, getting like a Green Bay game at home and this Minnesota game, and that's it. That would be disappointing at this point. I think we've seen enough progress, and they've been finding ways to win. Why can't we win against the division?
Fitz, feed me more football.
Football. Tell her what your thoughts are on Caleb Williams.
So, I'm sorry, I missed that. Were you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you, Fitz. What are you?
I thought. Okay, so I was actually thinking about this. Monday and Tuesday. Who was a good comparison especially for him right now in his career? I know, it's not going to be Brady or Manning or any of those big guys, but I'm looking at this going, he's giving me John Elway vibes.
Ooh.
And, he's kind of a quarterback that we sort of forget in the whole scheme of things. But you look at like his first 2 seasons, he was very pedestrian. I think he had like 1,600 and 2,500. He only finished completion percentage wise above 60% 3 times in his career.
Yeah.
But he was always in the 50s. But he found ways to get it done, and he found ways to really, put up big numbers. He was, I think, by his 4th year, that 85 or 86, he put up 3,800 yards. He really started, it broke it loose, and then I think 93 was his 4,000 yard season. But he's just one of those guys that just competes out there, and he was just always playing hard. His uniform was always dirty. He's got grass in his helmet, and at the end of the game, no matter what the first 3 quarters were, he's down there leading a charge to win the game.
Yeah.
And that's what Caleb is starting to give me that, 4 comeback wins, 8 times, I think, in his career, he's led the Bears on a go ahead or tie, gotten them in position to win in a year and a half. So that's what I think of him, right? That's what I think you could be seeing is maybe our generation's John Elway.
Well, that's a great comp. Anyone agree or disagree with Fitz's comp?
I mean, it's definitely it's a nice comparison, right?
Yeah.
Man, it's just so hard to me. It's just so hard to compare guys in those eras because, like you said, I mean, his completion percentage was always low in the 50s and whatnot. But the game was so different then, right? See, like Ben Johnson put the goal 70%, right? But 70% is not unachievable. Now, 70% back then was very much unachievable because, the game was just, you could mug the receiver all the way down the field. You know what I mean? You could do whatever you wanted to do. Now it's like, hey, leave guys alone, don't touch them. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. So it opens up that prolific style of offense. You know what I mean? So, the comparison is good because I like it because when they play the game, they both play the game. John Elway can move. He scrambled. He did a lot of that stuff. He moved and he ran. He was tough. Same thing with Caleb. Caleb is able to do some of that stuff. He's scrambling. He's tough. He's been able to be durable, all of that type of stuff. So I think that comparison is pretty nice. It's hard for me. I'd have to give it some thought, man, to come back to that one on like a comparison for Caleb, in my opinion. But that's a really good one. That's fair.
I think so too. Fitz, you came up with that on your morning walk down in the Forest Preserve?
Absolutely. You get that morning high, it's just, you see it just, I'm up at the top of the hill, and there's John Elway. You know, just
an epiphany all of a sudden.
Like, oh, that's it.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we're going to talk more football. On the other end of talking some food, here's what we're going to do. We're going to show Fitz's latest food review that he's got up on his YouTube page, and then we'll talk about it. While the video is playing, I'm going to run upstairs and get something to eat because I know this video is going to make me start.
It's a quick one. It's only like 48 seconds.
Yeah, so I might be out of breath by the time I come back. Here it comes.
Nice.
Yeah, it was quick. But,
all right.
Yeah,
nice and tender, those ribs.
Oh my gosh, they were literally like hanging off the bone. But yeah, it was just a quick one. You know, I want literally when we got out of the car in the parking lot and I could smell the barbecue. I'm like, I gotta get this, do a little video for this. I wasn't intending on it originally, but I was like, no, this needs to be told, this story, you know. And so I didn't do the voiceover, but I'm like, I got to get something out here quick. And it's funny because there he is. And what'd you get in that time? Did you microwave some popcorn?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go close up here. Tres leches.
Oh man, I love
yeah,
that.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are the best.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
I love tres leches.
Yeah, I just the story behind this. I was in Pulaski in Little Rock, and I had to go to the Pulaski County Courthouse to register as an officiant. And the guy helping us, well, let's just say he hadn't missed too many meals. I know he was a healthy guy. I said, I'm going to ask this guy where to go for lunch. It's like 11:30, and before I could even ask him, I hear him go, "So, what you eating today?" I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So, like, I was going to ask you, so tell me where to go. He said, "Well, what do you want?" I said, "I want barbecue." And he said, "Well, go on down to Sims. They've been there a long time. You'll love it." And he talked to, you know, how the barbecue sauce was like a vinegary based, you know, mustardy sort of sauce. So it was a little different than like, say, Kansas City or Texas. I said, yeah, that's exactly what I want. So we went on down, and like I was telling the guys, as soon as I got out of the car, you could smell it. And that's when I said, I got to take a video. I got to, you know, have to do this right. Walked in, it was, you know, it was a lunchtime, and it was got a line going out the door, and it was just, it was everything that I had imagined and missed about Southern barbecue. So it was, but yeah, it was the sauce was just dripping. It was, you know, real thin. It was both mustardy and sweet. You know, it was kind of had a little mixture there, and the links were very good, and the sweet potato pie was, whoo, jeez, that caught me off guard how good that one was. So yeah, it was completely legit. It's been there since 1937. So you know,
it's good. 1937. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it came with the pieces of white bread in there too. So you know.
So I love the sign of the Miller's High Life beer. Do they serve beer there?
No, they don't.
Oh.
No, they
They don't serve leches either, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And we had Waffle House. Ate at the Waffle House while we were down there. So got some smothered and covered hash browns. So yeah, it was
I never miss a chance to go eat at the Waffle House.
Yeah,
the food is good. It's low price, and you're in and out of there as quickly as you want.
I haven't been to one since I was in Memphis.
And down here in Atlanta, man, there's a Waffle House
everywhere, every corner.
every corner, like literally like a block from each other.
Like Starbucks, you know?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, they do have good waffles, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good waffles.
good stuff.
Yeah, the smell of barbecue. If you're not hungry, you soon will be. You know, I remember I went to Kansas City. Last time I was in Kansas City, I ate at Jack Stack's. And I was like telling my wife, you know, she wanted to go for barbecue. And I was like, I'm really not that hungry. I walked in there. I'm like, I can eat.
No,
I can eat. Yeah. If you go to Kansas City, man, some of the best barbecue I had. When I was at Jack Stack's, they were the waitress, you know, what do you want to order? I was like, can you recommend something for us? What do you recommend? She was like, the lamb ribs.
Oh, wow.
I was like, lamb ribs. Come on. I like lamb, and they're small, you know. Oh, so good, man. Wow. So tender. It's like getting a little miniature slab all to yourself.
Nice.
That was nice.
Very nice. All right, guys, let's turn our attention back to football. I got a couple things I want to share with you.
Before we do that,
Please,
Aldo,
go ahead.
We check in with Vikings fans?
Absolutely. About that. They are really hitting themselves in the butt.
Yeah. I mean, they made the decision to go with JJ. I mean, look at the season that Darnold is having in Seattle. They're super efficient, man, up there.
Mm-hmm.
They're the number one seed in the NFC currently.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Zim is not here, so weekly he tries to do a song previewing the upcoming opponent, and so I quickly put something together. It's really bad. It's not to Sim's quality, but let's have some fun. Let's take a listen.
Eternal falling star.
That was great.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. I like that.
It's like Lord of the Rings meets, hard rock. It's like
that's great.
Well, I'm not going to take any credit for that one because I didn't write a single lyric or anything. I just asked AI. It spit out like 10 different versions. I said, okay, I like that one best. and I never even listened to the lyrics until like right now. Some of these lyrics are pretty funny. So no credit for that. I do have another song for you that I'll play a little later that I will take credit for. But what are your thoughts about this Vikings game? And, how big of a score are we going to win by? Because I'm sure none of you guys are predicting a loss. Start with you, Fitz.
Yeah, I'm just going to ride this out. I think some way they'll find a way to win in the end. Why, but it does. Yeah. The Bears obviously can't overlook anyone. So,
that's for sure.
Do they? I think they can handle the defense that Brian Flores throws at them. They've been able to, they're scoring. What are they? 6th in the league in scoring right now? Is that about? So they can handle pressure. They can handle defenses coming at them. Although they haven't been playing the best defenses, but I still think they can scheme up things to get players open. The running game is going to be huge because you're going to be in a loud environment. So let's get the running game going. I thought they kind of got away from that last Sunday, and I'm not sure why. But we're going to have healthy running backs. And if our secondary can somehow cover their wide receivers, it could be a game where all of a sudden it could get out of hand for the Bears really quickly.
Yes.
Just a couple of plays, and next thing you know, they score 21 points in the quarter, which they did to us in week 1. So it's one of those games I'm almost like just closing my eyes and hoping that it's a good result when I open them. But
I love your analysis, because you're absolutely right. They have this capability of putting up quick points. You can see Justin Jefferson getting past our second string DBs like you talked about earlier. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
They're going to need some turnovers in this game. They're going to need JJ to throw them one,
one and force a fumble. Indeed.
So score wise, let's go. I'll go 27-25. We pull it out with a field goal at the end.
All right, I'm writing this down.
Okay.
27-25.
I think it's another final possession game.
All right, Tooch. Give me your analysis and a prediction.
Yeah. Last Barfly tailgate, I nailed the
Did you?
Nailed the exact score and everything.
Wow.
Where is that? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that. It's like we're all loaded up here on stuff.
Take some stuff out. Here.
Yeah.
I'll take those bitches out.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, I can call them bitches. They're AI created. Go ahead, Tooch. What were you saying? You made a prediction on Barfly Tailgate Show that actually turned out correct?
Yeah. And if it'll load, we can roll it here. It's just I'm going to go 24-20 Bears in the slog. Most valuable Bear, Caleb Williams, man.
Nice.
Yeah, 20 exactly. I should have played every time I make a prediction. I should play the exact score.
Exactly.
I'm
recording right now, so give me your analysis and your prediction right now.
Cap the game yet, but
excuses.
Let me see. I know, right? Hold on a second. I don't even know what the total is because Vegas has been so sharp, with everything. Let me see what they have the game at. So Bears are catching 3 points and a total of 48. So I'm going to say, I'll bet you the Bears put up 24 on the Vikings for sure. So let's go 27-24 Bears.
27-24.
I think we find a way to win this one. I mean, it's a revenge game for the Bears. We got to win. We're 0-2 in the division, man. It's time to start getting some of these division games,
Absolutely.
So I'll go 27-24 Bears. I mean, it'll be nice to be indoors. It won't be the elements. I don't know what caused all. I don't know what caused all of those drops. Whether it was just cold and slippery or the ball was too hard or whatever.
They think that was cold, and I mean, it's can get a lot worse.
Yeah,
I do think that there is something to say that this was the first game these receivers, except for Roman DJ, have had to catch a cold ball from Caleb Williams at Soldier Field. And so that might have contributed a little bit. It could maybe not.
Catch the ball.
You're right.
You got to catch when you get your hands on it. You got to catch it. Now, I will say that one pass, I think it was like kind of like a little screen, wide receiver screen that he threw to DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Was it DJ Moore? Or was it? Yeah, I think it was DJ Moore.
DJ, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He put fire on that ball, and I was like, dude, like, why are you throwing it so hard?
Yeah.
The guy's like 3 feet away from you. Like, what are you drilling it for? But
John Elway right there.
Exactly. That's true.
Kurt Warner did talk about the fact that he's got, he usually has good touch on the ball, but once in a while he'll fire it. And I think that's because the rush is coming at him, and he's so amped up that he wants to get rid of it.
I got to tell you, Aldo. I'm sad. I said it here earlier. This is the most fun Bears season in a long time. It's the most fun Bears season in a long time. It's like we're living in the upside down because like the Vikings are 4-5 and they're the Packers, they lose on Monday night to terrible, no offense. And then, Tuesday it was like Matt LaFleur could be coaching for his job. It's like, what is this world I'm living in? This is like bizarro world.
How about it?
But
wouldn't you love it if they fired Matt LaFleur after the Week 14 game against the Bears?
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead, Tooch.
So I'm not used to this kind of Bears. We've been
scoring points.
Yeah, scoring points, winning games. It's been so long. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
so we're living in the upside down.
It's a good time to be alive. Absolutely.
When it comes to this game, man, I gotta say, the Bears. I believe the Bears win this game, and I believe they win it 27-16.
27-16. I like that score.
Blowout.
Yes.
Yeah. I think they win it. I mean, you got to look at the Vikings. They've lost 4 of their last 5, right?
Right.
4 of 6. 4 of their last 6, and the Bears have won 6 of their last 7. So you got 2 teams that are trending in the opposite directions. There's a lot of inconsistency from Jay McCarthy. There's a lot of improvement for Caleb Williams, right? So you're looking at the things, and it's like, even the run game for the Bears has been much better than it was. This is a different team than it was in week 1. So they're not going to get the same type of effort, right? Or the run game and so on and so forth. So the teams are just going in 2 different directions, in my opinion. And I think that trend continues.
I love it. First of all, I love all the positive energy. Go ahead, Fitz.
No, I was just say that they're 3rd in the league in rushing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it going. Keep that train running.
Play action is going to be the most important part of the Bears offense. And I believe that Caleb is going to have his best game. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the Bears are going to go to the Vikings and shock the football world. And they're going to be the talk of the NFL media, worldwide media, and so forth on Monday, because they're going to win 35-13 in Minnesota. And
I love it.
It's going to make the proclamation by his play that he is a tier 1 quarterback, or soon will be, if he shows the type of consistency and clutch gene that he's been showing. I'm going to go out on the limb. Do I believe it? I can't say I believe it 100%, but as a fan, I want to believe it 100%. So that's where I'm at as a fan, guys.
The Father speaks, brings a man to his knees, barroom bliss. Because Aldo thinks no need to fake it, he already made it. Hey, he's the man with the plan, but to you, he's the Pod Father, Part 2.
I got to bring that song into the bedroom, man. You're muted, John.
It really gets you fired up.
It does, man.
Going back to what Fitz was saying, Ben Johnson effect, etc. Got this here. Look at the from 2017 at 18.
Wow.
Was it Nagy was 18, 19, 20. Nagy, his best was 21st in offense.
That's wild.
Look at that, of course, in the Eberflus year, the Eberflus years or whatever.
Well, and keep that up, because in 23 and 22, we had really good rushing teams with Justin Fields. We were like top 5 in rushing. So that tells you how bad the passing game was. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yards per game, the Bears are 4th in the NFL through 9 games.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
And yet people still complain about the offense right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then I told you I had this other one for the first $1 billion player. 10 years, 1.1 billion is Chat. If you ask Chat GPT, what would Caleb Williams' contract be? The first $1 billion NFL contract, $600 million guaranteed, $110 million per year, 10-year contract.
I definitely see it.
George is going to block you just for suggesting that.
Now, you know that a lot of teams, and the Bears have not been one of them, but a lot of teams get insurance on their player contracts. So, when their star quarterback goes down, if they sign Caleb to that type of a contract and they don't get insurance on that contract, they would be stupid to the point of Arlington Heights should say, no, we don't want you.
They better get that stadium built fast, Aldo. They can afford Caleb.
Yeah, just call it the Caleb Williams Stadium. The house that Caleb built. I love it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to change.
That AI Aldo's a lot better than this one.
Oh my gosh. It looks like Danikin kicked me in the mouth. I got no teeth. I want to change gears here and talk about a player that I truly believe deserves serious consideration to have his contract extended as quickly as possible. This guy on the defense has been playing so well. I am so impressed with the turnaround that I actually was working on this song a couple of weeks ago. And when Zim said I can't be there, I finished it today. And here it is.
We gotta admit we giving up on you. It was our mistake and not yours. Now you got coaches that know you, yeah, who really get you and have a clue. You got your shit going on this year. So glad you're playing LB like a bear. Tremaine, bun.
Let's go to work, dog. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Prescott looking, can't find anyone floating. Intercepted again by Tremaine Edmunds. Flacco over the middle. Flacco's pass intercepted. It's Edmunds.
You're a certified baller, making picks and looking superhero-like. You're among the team leaders. Every game you had more cheerleaders. At 27, you're entering your prime on week 9. You got a toddy stolen away. Here in season 7, your 3rd Pro Bowl is well underway. You got your shit going on this year. So glad you're playing LB like a bear. Tremaine Edmunds.
Tremaine! Tremaine!
Nice. Yeah. I loved him coming out of the draft, and he went to the Bills, and then he came here, and we were kind of disappointed. TJ Edwards had outplayed him, and this year he's outplaying everybody.
Really?
Yeah. I saw listened to an interview with him and Jeff Joniak earlier in the year, and I didn't realize just the whole family history with him. And, I guess his dad was a coach.
His dad was a tight end for the Seahawks, Farrell Edmunds, and he was on the Patriots too. I
didn't know that about it. It was really fascinating. Just you knew this guy was going to be good. He was going to be a player, and
fantastic athlete. And he's young still. He came out of the draft like he was 20 or 21.
Yeah, he was a young one. Yeah.
If you were following the lyrics, he's 27 years old right
now. Yeah.
Year 7.
And he's vying for his third Pro Bowl. I think he's entering his prime. And so Ryan Poles, if sit down with Ben Johnson, if you believe that really Tremaine, who is playing at a Pro Bowl level now, all pro level now, can start to play at a Pro Bowl level when he's 28, 29, 30, 31, I think you sign him to a big fat contract, particularly while Caleb is still on his rookie deal.
It's definitely worth sitting down and talking with him about it, I think. And like I said, when Edwards is out there, I mean, the two of them are really, and having both of them out there makes that defense just that much better, even with the injuries in the secondary. It's just, it's so frustrating that we can't get them both out there at the same time.
Yep.
But availability is the best ability, and he's been available too.
We may get Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon back in December.
Do you guys? I didn't see the injury report today. Did you guys notice if TJ Edwards practiced today?
I have got it, Aldo. Hold on.
Awesome. Because man, if TJ can play against the Vikings, I say those two running backs they got, Mason and I'm forgetting the other kid's name. But they're not going to get anything, and that's going to be huge if we can force them into passing. Okay, let's look at this injury list here.
Ruben Hippo coming back. Look at that.
Yeah, full practice. Blackwell, that helps special teams. Swift will play. Dominic Robinson will play. Cole Kmet will play. There is TJ. Did not practice. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah,
it's like Veteran Day of Rest, but man, never thought I'd be asking for Tom Robinson to hurry up and get back healthy. Man, we need some pass rush.
You're so right.
I need it.
Yeah, I mean, that's another guy that you look at, and he started the season in a manner that told you this could be his breakout season. Maybe not Pro Bowl.
He looks huge, man.
Yeah, he does, man.
He's like 265 now.
And it's all muscle. He and Jervon Dexter work really well in their bodies.
We had Austin Booker come back from my off-season notes, and this is from before the season. Ben Johnson said Dennis Allen would like Austin Booker to add some weight to help him set the edge. They want him to get to at least 250 pounds. He was listed at 245 last season, but they're excited about his skill set. That's from my off-season notes, Aldo.
You know what? It's funny because during the season, 2 times Dennis Allen has talked about a Booker, and in both instances, he mentioned he needs to get stronger, which to me it sounded kind of strange. First of all, I'm not sure I would reveal that to anybody because that might give other coaches the idea that you can run at him and that you can overpower him with big offensive linemen. But I'll tell you one thing. Every highlight that I see of Austin Booker, he is displaying some strength, man. He really is.
Yeah. Yeah, the rep on Orlando Brown. Yeah, plus, let me see. Do I have something else, too?
I know Montez Sweat has sort of picked it up recently. He's got a couple sacks here in the last few games, and you're hearing his name more, and that's what he's in on plays. He's disrupting things. So things are coming along there, and if we just get halfway healthy from where we are right now, it would be a huge boost and just a little more confidence going into some of these games, especially against teams where you think you should beat.
Yeah,
I got this one too. Aldo,
done a nice job avoiding sacks.
3rd and 10.
Good rep, huh, Danikin?
Yeah, you just have that on
a loop.
Yeah, we need to watch it over and over.
I've watched it so many times.
And the funny thing is that he got so many of those this year, man. Like just finishing blocks, throwing people around. It's amazing, man.
Somebody
Amazing what he's
on
been able to
Twitter said that the guy fell down, and I just ignored it. This move that didn't even deserve a response to it.
Burns tried to do a spin move.
Yeah,
and that helped Darnell because he was a little bit off balance. He caught him
in the middle of his spin.
Yes, definitely an athletic play there by Darnell Wright, and maybe this will be the week where we see an offensive play for Darnell catching a pass or who knows what.
Free hot dogs.
Yay!
Right,
Big bash. Hey, Fitz, take off that shirt right here, right now.
Right.
Come on, do it for us.
Staying on.
Are you guys familiar with Kalshi?
No.
It's like a predictive betting application where you can bet on things like the weather or sports or politics. You can bet on a whole bunch of stuff, and they have the Bears and the NFC North winner. They only give the Bears a 10% chance of winning. Winning the NFC North.
Wow.
But you can hold your bet. And it'll increase in value. It's like people trade, their tickets on Kalshi.
Well, you're already 0-2 in the division. Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
thought that was interesting though.
Good stuff. You guys want to talk a little pop culture before we get out of here?
Yes.
All right,
I got a few things, but yeah.
Oh, well, why don't you start us off, brother?
Well, I'm watching the show. Well, first of all, I've been trying to get through. I'm halfway through the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein remake.
Oh, I gotta watch that. My daughter was saying, "Dad, please watch it tonight."
So good so far, but I mean, it's long, and I'm only like halfway through. My wife has to go to work, or I got to do the show and stuff, and we haven't gotten fully through it. Man, it's got a great cast. It's got Oscar Isaac, Christoph Waltz, Charles Dance, and Jacob Elordi, and Mia Goth. Fantastic cast.
Fitz and Danikin, are you familiar with the work of Guillermo del Toro, the filmmaker?
Yeah. Water. Yep.
He's outstanding.
Hellboy 1 and 2.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth is one of my top 10 favorite movies.
Yeah. What was the one after Pan's Labyrinth that he did?
He did one that won the Oscar, something about water.
The Shape of Water. But
The Shape of Water,
yeah.
There was one before
Pan's Labyrinth.
Wasn't there?
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Maybe not. Okay. And then which I'm enjoying the Frankenstein. It's really, I think it might be the best Frankenstein movie adaptation so far.
Better than Robert De Niro?
Yeah. Better than that. Better than all of them. And then I'm watching a show on HBO called The Chair Company. Does anybody know this show?
That's what that funny guy.
Oh my God! But I can't watch it because it's making me too nervous. Because it's like it's so uncomfortable. It's like the Office. Michael Scott does these uncomfortable things. It's like, God damn it! But the main character is played by Tim Robinson, who's he was a Saturday Night Live writer and cast member, and he's had a couple other shows. I forget what his other shows were, but Jim Downey is in it too. He's actually acting in a sitcom instead of he was like the head writer for Saturday Night Live for 50 years.
Oh wow!
Okay. Jim Downey, he was like the one who screened all the jokes and came up with a lot of stuff and helped brother writers write stuff. And he's in it too. He's really funny. And then it's about this guy who's he's kind of a nerd. He's in a middle management position at a real estate company. I think it's kind of like they develop malls and strip malls and shopping malls and things like that. And he's giving this big speech. And after he's done, he sits down in the chair collapses, and he's embarrassed in front of everything. And he becomes obsessed with finding this chair company and complaining and stuff. And it becomes this big conspiracy. It'll make you so nervous.
Oh, I love it.
It is so funny. Oh my God. My wife and I are laughing our asses off, but it is so uncomfortable. The things that happen and the people around him and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so
are they 30-minute episodes?
Yeah, 30 to 40 minutes, something like
Okay,
that.
so
Yeah.
it's
It's on Max, HBO
Feels
Max.
like a good sequel to Curb Your Enthusiasm. I mean, it's not at all.
Yeah,
Curb Your
it's
but with that style.
as uncomfortable as
There you go.
as Curb Your Enthusiasm, but man, it's more uncomfortable. Man, I had to turn it off. I'm just like, I cannot watch this. It's making me so nervous. Yeah,
I know.
because it's
I know
it's
my
funny
wife
though.
will watch it.
Oh my god, he's
What
just
else you got?
He's so neurotic. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, just Frankenstein, and I watched a lot of football, and Iowa almost beat Oregon over the weekend, but that was a good game and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of football and Frankenstein. Definitely watch Frankenstein and The Chair Company on HBO Max.
Do you keep up with pornographic movie industry since you've left? Oh, okay.
No, not really.
Danikin, what do you got?
Man, I was actually scrolling today and I seen a post and I forgot where I meant to bookmark it or send it to somebody, but it was talking about Christopher Nolan, right? So you
Great
guys know him.
filmmaker.
Yeah. And it was like, what's your favorite movie from him? So I was thinking about it. I'm like, what's my favorite? I wanted to do 1, 2, 3. What is the favorite 1, 2, 3 for me? And then I was going to ask you guys that question too. For me, it would be The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The Prestige.
Oh yes.
Yeah, excellent too.
And I like Insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, with what's his name from
Al
LA
Pacino.
Comfort.
Al Pacino,
No.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. I'm sorry, I got it confused with what was the name of the movie where the guy had some type of mental condition that he could only remember like 30 seconds? Memento.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Holy
crazy.
cow.
That was like his first movie or second movie?
Yes,
Something like
I think
that,
that was his first big movie anyway.
First movie, yeah.
If you haven't seen that, you gotta check it out. It's a mind trip. Nolan is a great filmmaker. Dan.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt about it. So Tooch, you got a 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. I don't think we finished Danikin's 1, 2, 3. He's got one at
The Dark Knight. The Dark
Knight. Thank you.
Number 2. That's like my favorite movie of all time, Dark Knight, probably.
I would agree. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want to say favorite. My favorite movie of all time is Shawshank Redemption. I'll take that.
Oh, yes.
That's my favorite movie. But yeah, Dark Knight and then The Prestige and Insomnia would be my 3 from
Those
him.
are 3 good ones. Yeah. What do you got, Tooch, on the Christopher Nolan?
Love Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic movie. And The Prestige is fantastic.
Yeah.
Those would be, and I gotta go, man. It's hard, man. Interstellar's fantastic as well.
He got some great movies, man.
Yeah, I gotta go Dark Knight, I guess. Dark Knight, Inception, and The Prestige.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you got, Fitz?
So I haven't seen as many as you guys have, obviously, but I have seen the Batman ones. So yeah, I like Batman Begins. That's one of my movies that I can just, every time it's on, I'll keep watching it.
Yep.
Dark Knight, and then I liked Oppenheimer as well.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one. Yeah.
That's a great one.
But I got to watch
Awesome.
these other ones you guys are talking about, Interstellar and all that.
Yeah, go to IMDb, look at every movie Christopher Nolan has been involved in, and
You got some good ones.
Check them all out. They're absolutely brilliant. So who hasn't shared their opinions on what they've seen? Fitz, got you full frame. Go for it.
So just finished tonight before we got on The Golden Bachelor. We like the Bachelor franchise, and that was their most recent one. And
right,
it's more condensed than the.
Yeah, they're shortening the episodes, right?
Yeah, they're like an hour long, and it starts with only 23 women. I said only 23, but yeah, only 23. So they finished tonight, and and then I also started watching Death by Lightning on Netflix. It's the story of James Garfield's rise to the presidency and then ultimately being assassinated. And so it shows it's a combination of just how he comes to, and that's with gosh, I just had it up here. Yeah, it has Michael Shannon as James Garfield.
Great
Nick Offerman
Steppenwolf guy.
Yeah, Chester A. Arthur. Matthew McFadden plays Charles Gichel. It's a French name, Gichel, who assassinates Garfield. And it just shows kind of like how their lives sort of just came together just so randomly. So if you know the history behind it, it was like
what's the
Garfield
name
never
of it
wanted to be
again?
president. What's that?
What's the name of it again?
Death by Lightning.
Death by Lightning.
There's 4 episodes it's on Netflix. First episode was really good, and I want to watch the second one. So, but yeah, check that one out.
We'll definitely check them out.
Nice.
I saw a couple of things this weekend with my wife. On Saturday night, we had Turner Classic Movies on, and we watched Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean,
Classic.
Come on, guys. That movie changed the movie making experience for me, because that movie was action throughout the entire movie, with the exception of
swashbuckling.
Right.
Yeah.
With the exception of 2 or 3 scenes to set the exposition and move the story along. Yeah. But there were, I counted 11 times when the Indiana Jones character faced a life or death situation. There's a boulder chasing him. He falls into a hole surrounded by snakes. He gets into a fist fight with a big muscle German guy who's trying to get him to get his head chopped off by an airplane. I mean, this movie was so phenomenal about the action sequences in it.
Spielberg.
Yes, Spielberg. It was George Lucas's idea. And he went to Spielberg and says, when we were kids, we used to watch these action movies at the Saturday matinees at the theater. This is in the same vein. And Spielberg says, okay, I got to do it. And then my second movie is The Hand. Have you ever heard of The Hand?
Bryce?
No. Oliver Stone's second movie. You guys have never heard of this, huh?
Oh, yeah. I've heard of it. That's one of my dad's favorites, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it got terrible reviews when it was first released. And now again, this is Oliver Stone's second movie. So he's discovering himself as a filmmaker. And back then, like most young filmmakers, you got to make horror movies in order to get on the map. So he comes up with this idea of having a hand that gets decapitated in an auto accident. And now the person who lost the hand is now lost control of the hand as it's kind of committing murders on its own. I'm trying to be as vague as possible in case you watch the movie. I don't want to give too much away, but it's an incredible film. I think needs to be revisited by people who knocked it when it was first released in the 70s or 80s, late 80s, early 80s. What do you think, Fitz? You remember
the Simpsons did
that's right.
And one of their Treehouse of Horrors based on that. So yeah, I remember my dad watching that and watching it with him one time, and yeah, I enjoyed it, watching it. But yeah, it's one of those. It's sort of, if you remember, like the old newspaper clippings would show like how many stars a movie gets. This is one of those that probably started out as like 1.5, but if you look now, it'd be like 3.5, because it's gotten just more revered by people as it's gone on. Sort of like a Caddyshack kind of a thing,
Yeah.
Where you look back on where we first saw it, people didn't like it, like you said, but now if people talk about it, they talk about it positively.
Yeah, exactly. And if you are into movie scores, like we were talking about Batman, Hans Zimmer does an outstanding score for that Batman Nolan trilogy. James Horner was one, I think the first film he ever scored for a movie, and he's gone on to make major motion pictures. Very, very talented. James Horner, not James Horney, who Tooch used to work with in the porno business years ago. That's all I got, guys. What do you got? Anything else before we sign off?
You mentioned Steven Spielberg, and it just brought to mind a movie that I liked. It's an old movie. It's before I was even born. But have you guys watched The Duel? Or it's not The Duel, it's Duel.
Duel, yes. Classic.
It came out in 1971. That's before I was even born, right? But I remember watching that movie. That movie was hilarious to me because it's a guy. He's actually on a road trip. He's going to sell something or whatever. He's a salesman, traveling salesman, and he gets into it with this trucker. Like he's tailgating him and trying to run him off the road, all types of stuff, whatever. But it was funny because it just made me think about the scene where you guys remember where he was at the restaurant. And he's looking around the restaurant trying to figure out, because the truck's parked there, and it's packed with people, and he's trying to figure
Dennis
out
Weaver.
Dennis Weaver's.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Was Gunsmoke Dennis Weaver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Danikin.
And he's sitting there, and he's looking around. He's trying to figure out who is the trucker that's doing this. Who is this doing this to me? And he gets up and he finds one guy that he thinks is the guy. He walks up and smacks the sandwich out of his hand. Remember that? Yeah. And the guy beat him down. Right? And then the truck pulls off. The truck driver was never even in the restaurant.
Right. He was outside the restaurant. Hilarious. Spielberg's first movie, and it was an ABC movie of the week. I remember watching it that night in 1972-71 when it was first released by ABC, and then it became so popular that they released the movie theatrically in movie theaters all around the world. And one of the things I like to point out about that movie is that, spoiler alert, if you don't want to listen to the end of the movie, I'm going to give it away right now. Yeah. When the truck finally crashes, he made it seem like it was a human that was dying. The wheels start slowing to a stop. The oil is dripping like it's blood. It's just, immediately people who saw that said, this director knows what the hell he's doing. Yeah.
He was good.
It was fantastic. Great choice there. Duel, starring Dennis Weaver. Yes.
Yep.
Fitz, you got recollections of it?
Yes. Now, when you said Dennis Weaver, whoever put up Dennis Weaver, that I remember now. I remember because you don't ever see the truck driver.
That's another cool thing about it. Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's there's not much music in it. It's just one of those that builds its own tension as you're watching. Yeah, I do. I just didn't remember the name being that. Yeah, and I was confusing it. There was another one I think called The Car.
Yes,
this black car just chasing people around.
Walter Hill directed that one, and in both movies, the sound design is so cool because, like in Duel, when Dennis Weaver is driving his car, you hear his engine, and it's. But when they cut to the truck, it's like, and it makes it sound like there's an animal following you. It's really cool stuff. They use that also in The Driver, the Walter Hill movie. Yeah, cool stuff.
Quentin Tarantino did Death Trap as part of that two movie, kind of in the same vein as
Grindhouse.
Grindhouse.
Yes. You guys ever seen Grindhouse?
I haven't seen it.
Oh man, Planet Terror.
Yes.
And Death Trap. Those are two movies, and then there's all these like movie previews in the middle.
Right.
Maybe before, the trailers, like
before and the middle. Yeah,
before and in the middle, fake movie trailers, like you're at the theater.
Yep, exactly. So it was a 4.5-hour movie event, and what Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez wanted to create was the old 1970s Grindhouse movies, where you would go into the Grand Theater, the Tiffin Theater in Chicago, and watch two movies. And the floors were sticky, the rats were running by, and the movies were schlocky, movies done on low budgets. They wanted to create that, and they did so in a very creative way. It's good stuff. Watch them both together. Both together, it's called Grindhouse, but each movie is, the first one was Planet Terror, and the second one was?
Death Trap.
Kurt
Russell.
Kurt Russell. Oh, fantastic performance. Good.
The last double feature I saw was at the Davis Theater in Lincoln Square.
Ooh,
it was Top Secret, followed by
the comedy.
Okay. Top Secret.
Charlie Sheen.
Sheen and guy who just passed away played
Liam Nelson?
No, he was in gosh, I can't. He was in. Was it Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Sean, it wasn't Sean Penn, right?
No, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was in it.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And it was Top Secret, followed by Muppets Take Manhattan. So
what a double bill! Holy cow!
1984. Yeah.
Tooch, you have any memories of going to a grindhouse that you like?
No, I mean that was like after me. I mean, before me, I was after. The grindhouse was like the 70s. I was a little kid in the 70s, but in the 80s, I was a teenager.
Yeah. The worst memory I have of being in the grindhouse, besides the downtown movies, the movie theaters that had turned into grindhouses and the rats were as big as the popcorn tub that you were eating.
Yeah.
I went to the Grand Theater for a triple bill of karate movies, like Fist of Fury with Bruce Lee and Chinese Connection and stuff. And so while we're watching the movie, me and my buddies, all of a sudden somebody throws their Coca-Cola at the screen and hits Bruce Lee right in the face. I'm like, I think we're in trouble. There was a local gang that went into the movie theater, and they were there not to watch the movie, but to create havoc.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so it's a long story. I won't get into it, but it's one of those. It should have been a horror movie I was watching instead of karate, or maybe I should have taken some lessons at karate to deal with those guys. It was not a good day that time. Anyways, any other final thoughts, or let's plug stuff? Tooch, what do you got going on?
Weekend sports betting tips on Friday with Anthony and Sean, and then Barfly Tailgate on Sunday, and we Fantasy Football Goon show with the Goon and Adam Sham.
Nice. You guys doing well on Fantasy Football League this year?
I'm still alive in the Guillotine Fantasy League, so I mean I've never been this far. Not the top 8, so the remaining 8. Now I'm just barely if you're the lowest score in this fantasy league, you're chopped. You're done.
Yeah, it's
you're
over.
Out, and all your players go to the waiver wire, and then people bid on your players money with fake money.
I like that.
You get like $1,000 at the beginning of the season and stuff. But I've been just guy below me gets chopped, and the next week the guy below me. I've just been escaping. Luckily, very very fortunately, and then doing okay. I'm in the barroom league. I haven't had that good of a team. I've had injuries and stuff.
Yeah, you always kick my ass.
Middle of the pack, and then Joe, the Goon League, Joe's main big league. I've been doing pretty well.
Cool. Fitz, you play fantasy football?
I haven't played fantasy football in 12 years.
You're a smart man. You're very very smart.
The last time I played, I won the league on the last play of a game. Last play of the game. It was a defensive play, and I think I had San Francisco's defense, and they scored a fumble recovery for a scoop and score, and miraculously won. And I just said, "That's it. I'm out. I'm done. I can't get better than that." And
you're a smart man.
That's the last one I've done.
That's the way to do it.
Nice.
What do you want to plug before we get out of here?
Always plug my YouTube channel. It's getting up there. Almost got 400 subscribers. Yeah, so that's at Fitz Magic Shy. I passed 1,000 on TikTok this week, so I guess that means I can do stuff on there. So, and I want to plug. I don't know if you've seen this Southside Food Drive that's been going on. It was started by All Sports Scene. They're a really funny group. I've been on their show a couple times, and there's some good folks over there. And I'll tweet out the link again. But they started with a goal of raising $2,500, I think, for the Greater Chicago Food Depository in the month of November, and I think it's over $20,000 now.
Sensational.
There's just a lot of good people out there in Twitter land. It can be like a cesspool, but there's some good folks trying to do good things for people out there. So,
and you're one of them, Fitz.
Yeah, we all are. We just try to do our part, what we can. Yeah. So I'll tweet that again, and if you can give, great. If not, just retweet it.
Absolutely.
We can always do that. So, yeah.
And Fitz just tweeted out earlier this week that my cousin's restaurant, they're giving out 100 free meals. they're in the inner city, and so they know what's going on with the fact that certain people aren't getting their checks and stuff, and so they just wanted to help out. And so you can find that on Fitz's Twitter channel at Cheap Seats 411. You know, I have the opinion that certain people's Twitter feeds are as entertaining as putting on a TV station and stuff. You could just scroll through their stuff that they've posted over the last 2-3 days, and you can be entertained and informed for 15, 20, 30 minutes. It's good stuff, and Fitz has one of those channels.
Oh,
great
thank
job.
you.
Absolutely. Danikin, what you got for me?
Three Kings in the Midway.
Yes!
You guys
Another
check it
one.
out, man. We got one that dropped. It just actually dropped while we've been on here. So,
Nice.
check it out tomorrow.
That's
If I know it's late at night now, it's 12 on the East Coast where I'm at. But yeah, Three Kings in the Midway. We just dropped that episode, so check it out tomorrow if you can.
When are you gonna get that picture changed on your logo, dude?
I know it, man. I need to. I'm trying. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah,
I'm like that. That ain't you, man. That's that's Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was a little while ago. I've been in the gym consistently since then.
You're
So
looking good, man. You're looking good. Gotta change that picture.
Appreciate it.
Can I say one thing?
I can say that safely because he's down in Atlanta, Fitz.
Okay, Dan, I've listened to your show for 2 years now, and you get better every time.
I appreciate it.
You do a really good job with that one, especially.
Yeah,
I love
100%.
that podcast. I turn it on as frequently as possible. It's good stuff, and I love the energy the guys have. Anything else, Danikin, you want to plug?
Man, that's it, man. Yeah, I just want to plug everything on this show, man. Everything that you guys are doing and everything like that. I mean, it's been a blast doing this. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep doing this. Let's have fun.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, Bears fans, enjoy this season.
How can we enjoy the season, Danikin? My blood pressure.
Poor guy.
Going back and forth. Hey, man, we haven't had where we're engaged because a lot of times at this point in time in the season, we're like losing interest in what's going on because it's so
exactly
difficult, man. Difficult.
Yeah, over the last several seasons, it's around this time of the year where I start to feel fatigue, with all the work that we do in the bar room and so forth. But this season, the promise that this team is issuing to all of us and all the Chicago Bears fans is making it, so the adrenaline is just full.
Energized.
Exactly.
We've been invigorated.
Perfect word. And I love doing Bear Their Souls with you guys and with Zim, and we'll have some guests coming up soon. It's also made this season really, really special for me personally. And last night's show, Buffon 55, was a really good one. Alyssa filled in for John as the host, and we had Brendan Shagru from Bears Wire and Danny Shimon breaking up some tape. And nice. Gabriel talks football every Monday, and as Tooch talked about, he's got his weekend sports betting tips on Friday. And right after that, it's the Willis Twin Towers, and Greg Gabriel is scheduled to be their guest on Friday night. And I'm going to ask Mike North if he wants to jump in with you guys, Tooch, on Friday.
I would love that. Yes.
Okay. And one other show I'm forgetting, it's Bar Down Talking Hockey. The guys just released an episode earlier today, and they were heralding Duncan Keith's induction into the NHL Hockey Hall of Fame. So that's one to watch for. Duncan Keith was a warrior, man. He was a warrior. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and a bunch of other guys from that dynasty, that mini dynasty, I'll call it. 3 championships in 5 years. That's a dynasty in hockey, right?
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, for Danikin, for Tooch, for Fitz, and for the studying Zim, I swear to God, if I find out that he is making love to his wife instead of studying, I'm
I
going
hope
to be.
You don't find that out.
I'm going to be very jealous. Take care, everybody.